It's Tanya and Dave, your Las Vegas locals. Now, we know coming to Las Vegas, and especially if it's your first time in Vegas, it can be overwhelming. With so many things to see and do, it can make your head spin. Well, today we're sharing with you a Las Vegas first-timers guide, what to do, eat, and what you should avoid during your visit here in Las Vegas. Let's get into it.
Hey everyone, it's Tanya and Dave, and we're back for another Las Vegas video. Now, we've had a lot of Las Vegas first-timers ask us what are some things they can do to make their experience in Las Vegas that much more enjoyable. So we're bringing you 21 things every first-timer must do when visiting Las Vegas.
We will cover not only must-do activities that a Las Vegas first-timer should not miss, but also tips to both save you money and make your trip to Las Vegas a lot more fun.
That's right, we're going to cover key Las Vegas activities you don't want to miss during your trip to Las Vegas. First up, when you're planning your trip to Las Vegas, we recommend first-timers stay at a hotel and casino on the Las Vegas Strip. Why? Because there's a lot to do on the Las Vegas Strip, and it's much more convenient than being somewhere off of the Strip. Now, while a downtown hotel is an option, we would recommend first-timers stay on the Las Vegas Strip, but visit the downtown area. Well, that might bring you to this next question. Well, where the heck, gosh dang it, can I stay on that Las Vegas Strip?
The Strip is about 4 miles long, and we recommend that first-timers stay at a hotel located closer to Center Strip, where you will be much closer to the action and the sights and not have long walks back and forth to your hotel that's going to tire you out and, more importantly, take up precious time.
Now, you shouldn't think you can't get good value for your money on the Las Vegas Strip. There are hotels and casinos on the Strip for every budget.
Some of our favorites, not sponsored, include on the luxury side, the Cosmopolitan for its amazing rooms with balconies and incredible energy, and the Aria, which is a bit quieter than the Cosmo with very modern rooms. Now, on the more budget side, Bally's, now becoming Horseshoe, has been one of our all-around budget-friendly favorites, as well as the renovated rooms in the Flamingo, which is a very nice and popular resort pool. Just make sure you are getting a recently renovated room if you choose the Flamingo. We have more detailed videos walking through all of our favorite hotels, both luxury and budget options, right here that you can check out after this video, or just check the link in the description box below.
Now, before you book your stay, make sure you join the Las Vegas Hotel and Casinos Loyalty Reward programs, which are not just for gambling. Not at all. You'll earn program credits for your activities, including bookings at hotels, restaurants, and of course, gambling. You'll also likely get access to better room rates once you join the program, as well as discounts for shows and other activities. The Cosmopolitan, for example, has been offering $99 room rates with no resort fees consistently throughout the year for their loyalty members, even with no status. Before you arrive, we recommend making reservations in advance at any popular restaurants or other activities that you want to try during your stay. Some of the more popular restaurants can book up far in advance. If you are a Gordon Ramsay fan, for example, Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen at Caesar's Palace tends to be booked up far in advance, so make those reservations early.
Thinking about renting a car? Well, for a while after Las Vegas reopened from the shutdown in June of 2020, parking was mostly free on the Las Vegas Strip. And over time, many casinos, including MGM and Caesars properties, have reinstituted parking fees unless you have certain loyalty status with the property. So consequently, for first-timers, we would generally not recommend renting a car during your first visit. Now, there are many convenient and relatively cheaper ways of getting around Las Vegas. For most, Uber or Lyft will be the best option, convenient, and roughly 20 to 30% cheaper than taxi fares. Now, you can hit most of the first-timer Las Vegas activities easily by either walking or a short Uber ride. But then there's also the public bus, the Deuce, which is a very popular and cheap way to get around. So what do you need to pack, first-timers? Well, let me tell you, Las Vegas is a desert environment. So while the days can be very hot, the evenings when the sun goes down can be very cool and sometimes downright cold, especially late fall through early spring. So make sure you bring a sweatshirt or light jacket if you are traveling during that time. The air conditioning in the casinos and other venues can be very strong as well, so you might want that extra layer regardless. Like I always say, pack in layers. Now, this next tip is very important. You'll be doing a lot of walking during your visit to Las Vegas, especially along the Las Vegas Strip, checking out the sights and the sounds and the smells and the drinks. So you must bring and wear comfortable walking shoes. I repeat, comfortable walking shoes. We can't tell you the number of times we've seen people walking the Strip visibly in pain as they walk around their fancy shoes. So bring comfortable shoes because you are going to walk a lot. Trust us.
All right, Las Vegas newbies, let's talk about some of the activities you must do when visiting Las Vegas. And first up, let's head out on the Las Vegas Strip and take a leisurely stroll down the Las Vegas Boulevard to enjoy some of the sights and sounds along the way. For first timers, there's nothing quite like experiencing the energy of the Las Vegas Strip, from the people to the sights and the sounds, just by walking, especially along the center of the Las Vegas Strip.
We recommend that you head out in the early evening as the sky is transitioning from day to night. It's always an amazing sight to see the Las Vegas lights and skyline really light up as the sun sets. We have a few favorite spots to see this transition, including at the Venetian along their balcony walkway overlooking the Strip. You have a great view of the mountain and the lights really kicking off in Las Vegas.
Absolutely, we really enjoy that spot. And another one of our truly favorite spots is Caesar's Palace, right outside that gazebo area, the one that kind of catty corners the four corners of the Las Vegas Strip. And it's absolutely beautiful, especially when you're with your honey bunnies. So you can just, if you're with your honey bunnies, if you're with the best friend, it's still a great spot. But
you're with your honey bunny.
I'm with my honey bunny.
Now make sure you visit some of the iconic European-themed sites while you explore the Strip. You need to check out the Venetian and the Canal. The artwork and attention to detail will transport you to a different experience, well worth the experience of this as a first-timer. Now make sure you take some photos at the famous love sign inside the Venetian, visit St. Mark's Square, listen to the gondoliers serenading their guests in the canals, and then after all that, head over to the Paris and enjoy the view of the Eiffel Tower, and perhaps sit down for a crepe inside the creperie along the Paris streets.
The casinos along the Strip also offer some amazing art, right out in the open, free for all to see. A couple of our favorites and ones that you should not miss are the blown glass art blossoms on the ceiling in the Bellagio lobby and the carved woolly mammoth tusk at Treasure Island. Now that is just incredible. Now you cannot miss the Bellagio Conservatory and Botanical Gardens across the Bellagio lobby from the front desk. Each season the conservatory is transformed into a new amazing experience and is a must-see for first-timers in Las Vegas. Now if you really want to splurge on a special meal, you can also now actually opt for the new conservatory dining experience where you actually dine at a table inside the conservatory. Not cheap, but a truly memorable experience. And that brings us to our next must-do activity, and that is to check out the free iconic shows along the Las Vegas Strip, including the Bellagio Fountain Show and the Mirage Volcano Show, which, as of the date of this video, is still running. As newbies, you've got to see it.
And a quick pro tip. If you're not sure when the Bellagio Fountain Show is going off, just look up at the Paris Eiffel Tower. Their tower tends to be in sync with the Bellagio Fountain Show, whether it's already started or just before it starts. So look up at the Eiffel Tower. You just might catch the Bellagio Fountain Show. Now, just to let you know about the Mirage Volcano Show, you may already know this, that the Hard Rock has acquired the Mirage, and at some point that volcano show will be going away and a guitar hotel will be erected in its place. Now, quite often they may add an extra show in there just to give you that oomph of the love of the volcano show, because it will be going away at some point.
So babe, before we go on, let's tell them about the question of the day.
That's a good idea. All right, so we have been reading a ton of your comments and they've been amazing. And on top of that, some of you have been leaving some really great suggestions that we think a lot of folks would like to know. So stick around, because at the end of this, we're gonna ask you a question of the day and we're gonna pick one of you to feature in our upcoming videos.
Yeah, and the question of the day is not going to be what happened to these glasses.
No, he got
That's not the question.
Him and his glasses got into a wrestling match and apparently Dave won.
That's a fashion trend, come on. Everyone's doing it.
Maybe they will, like wearing pants backwards. Hey, take a second if you haven't done so. We're so close to 100,000 subscribers, you guys. Thank you so much for the tremendous support. Hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you get notified every time we go live or post a video. We would greatly appreciate that.
Now, speaking of dining experiences, make sure you enjoy brunch or breakfast at one of the great restaurants on the Strip. Now, it's no secret, our favorite breakfast and brunch spot on the Las Vegas Strip is at Mon Ami Gabi. And I must tell you, dining at Mon Ami Gabi offers an additional experience. If you're interested in seeing the Bellagio fountain show while dining, it's basically an up-close and personal preview of the iconic fountain show right across the street.
Now, a quick pro tip, we highly recommend requesting their patio seating. While you can make reservations for inside, you cannot for the patio. So get there early, get your name on their waiting list, and they'll actually text you once your table is ready. Now, we've done a full review of our experience having breakfast at Mon Ami Gabi. You can check that out right here.
Now make sure to check out a true Las Vegas iconic show from Cirque du Soleil. Las Vegas is a place to see Cirque du Soleil shows. In our opinion, the Cirque du Soleil shows in Las Vegas are simply better than what you'll generally find with any of their traveling shows.
Now, next up, you've got to spend time poolside at your resort pool or at a day club. Las Vegas resort pools and day clubs are legendary, and there are options for every type of traveler. If you are looking for the party scene, consider some of the more popular day clubs like Encore Beach Club, Tao Beach Day Club, or the newer IU Day Club at Resorts World. Or you can always enjoy a more relaxing time at your resort pool, enjoying a margarita.
And if you're curious about some of those hidden gem restaurants in the downtown area, well, we have a video for you as well that you can check out right here in the description box below.
When you're in Vegas, make sure you treat yourself and enjoy a special dinner at one of the many great restaurants in Las Vegas. And some of our favorites include Las Vegas steakhouses with an old school vibe, such as Barry's Downtown Prime at Circa or Oscar's at the Plaza, but there are options for everyone.
Alakazoo, alakazam, bippity boppity boo. All right, let's check out one of the great magic shows here in Las Vegas. Some notable options include David Copperfield at MGM Grand, Shin Lim at Mirage, Penn and Teller at Rio, Chris Angel at Planet Hollywood, Mind Freak, Piff the Magic Dragon at Flamingo, and Nathan Burton Comedy Magic at Planet Hollywood.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Tanya and Dave from Turn Up World, your Las Vegas locals and gurus. Now, Las Vegas has gotten pretty expensive. So today we're going to share with you how to travel cheap to Las Vegas. Basically, how to save a lot of money on your trip to Las Vegas. All right, let's kick this off. Woo. Hey, so let me just mention while we're here, first up, this sign behind me, the iconic Las Vegas sign. It's a free attraction here in Las Vegas. It also creates a lot of memories. There's a lot of folks here taking photos, so get down here early. That's the best time to get here so you're not waiting in a massive long line to take your photo in front of this iconic Las Vegas sign. So let's talk about when to travel to Las Vegas. Now, Las Vegas hotel room rates on Fridays and Saturday nights can be many, many times more expensive than traveling on a Sunday through Thursday night, which has obvious less demand. We recommend, if you have the flexibility, to plan your trip to arrive, say, Sunday and leave Friday morning. This way you can save a lot of money and avoid those Friday and Saturday night crowds.
Just one quick tip on getting your photo taken here in front of the sign. If you're going to do it, make sure you come early, because as you'll see, the line starts picking up as the day goes on. And you'll also see there'll be someone at the front who'll be more than willing to help you take a photo. Just, you don't need to use that person. That person is actually doing that for tips, so be aware of that. If you want to get help with the photo, they're going to expect a tip for that. You can take the photo yourself. And the same is true for your flights. If you can avoid flying in on a Friday night, we recommend that, because first of all, the airport's going to be crazy. Check-in's going to be crazy at the hotel. We actually try to fly in on a Sunday, trying to go reverse the worst of the traffic. All right. Now, another money-saving tip in terms of when to travel is to avoid major conventions and festivals if you can, if you have that flexibility, because you'll see if there's a major convention going on, hotel room rates can definitely spike up. So just keep that in mind and check the calendar for festivals and conventions. You can also save a lot of money traveling off-peak season to Las Vegas, and that tends to be from November through February. Room rates should be a lot cheaper. Now, just be aware that in 2023, you have Formula One coming to Las Vegas in mid-November, so rates are going to skyrocket during that time, so be aware of that.
Be sure to sign up to the Players Card. You know, loyalty programs at hotels and casinos, they tend to track your spending at the resorts as well as your gambling, which then can turn to things like comp rooms, free parking, discounts on shows and restaurants. So it's really important to keep that in mind when you're traveling to Las Vegas. Oh, and with that being said, just make sure you charge everything to your room. You know, some things may not apply to the loyalty points, but having everything charged to your room allows you to make sure you get the things that are attached to that card apply. All right, here's a really quick suggestive tip for those of you that do tend to gamble quite a bit here in Las Vegas. You might want to take that player's rewards card and head over to a casino host. If you are spending an ample amount of money, they may do things for you, like remove a resort fee, comp a room, things like that, but you never know unless you ask. So head over to the host at the casino you're staying at and let them know you spent some dinero. Oh, and if you are new to Las Vegas, you may want to sign up at home to the MGM and Caesars rewards cards, because they may even offer you a discount on your initial stay or perks like that. So keep that in mind when coming to Las Vegas for the first time. Check those reward cards online. Oh, and speaking of loyalty reward card points, make sure you book direct to get those points. You know, going through a third party, you won't get those points on those loyalty rewards cards. Sometimes they will certainly offer you the best discounts if you're booking direct. It is so much easier to make a change on an existing reservation if you're dealing directly with the property than saying booking through a third party site. So you've made your reservation to Las Vegas. Well, one suggestion I'll tell you, Las Vegas room rates are always changing, and that room you just booked may have gotten cheaper. So constantly check online for the room rates, and if the room has dropped in fee, contact the hotel and tell them, hey, I want that cheaper rate.
The cost of eating out in Vegas can really add up. You save a lot of money actually cooking meals in your room. And so to do that, you need, of course, a room with a kitchen. And so we recommend doing that potentially if you want to really save money on food. Cook in your hotel room. Two of our favorite spots with a kitchen are the Vidara and also the Signature at MGM Grand. And regardless, in your hotel room, make sure you stock your room with food and drinks. So you don't want to get the munchies and only looking at that mini bar that's going to cost you a fortune. We recommend hitting the ABC store on the Strip, which we're in actually right now, or the Target. If you can't hit either of those two, head over to CVS or Walgreens. They're almost on every block along the Strip.
So, since we are inside here at the ABC store, I think we should check out some of the prices, huh, Dave? Where's Dave? There you are.
Right? Not bad. You can get one for $1.25.
Oh.
That could cost you probably like $6 on the
you get two. It's like $1
two
each.
for two, so
Nice.
save some money.
Save some money. We like to save money.
You can also spend a lot on drinks in Las Vegas. So another tip, buy your liquor here, say at the ABC store, bring it to your room, prepare a drink in the room, enjoy it there, save a lot of money. Plus, take your drink out of the room onto the Strip in a plastic container, because that is legal in Las Vegas, so don't forget that.
All right, so like everything in Vegas, you guys, there's always something happening. So we were just walking down, moseying, filming this video for you guys, and we popped amongst Brewdog, which is the new kind of brewery here in Las Vegas. It's rooftop with some incredible views, and we bumped into Kevin over to the left over here. Hi, Kevin.
Hey, Las Vegas.
Hey, so tell us a little bit really quickly about Brewdog opening here, and what are you getting us into?
Absolutely. So we have 2 floors of brewery paradise. We have a rooftop patio bar. We've got an elevated dining room on the 4th floor, and we've got a pub-style bar on the 3rd floor. Come, please be my guest.
Oh, let's go.
Let's do it.
Be my guest.
Let's all go together, guys. What do you say?
Good, like the rest. So before we take you upstairs to check out the views of this place, just to let you know, there's 96 beers on tap. That's a lot of beers. Some locals, which you'll see on the menu, but any one of the ones up there that are blue, that is more of their own spin and their own design. And there's free tasting, so you can test those.
We're gonna try some out.
Here's the way, we're gonna try some right now. So that was a lot of fun.
Oh, very cool. Really cool spot.
Yeah, and guess what, y'all? Don't worry. Full video coming soon. So, you know what? Let's get back to the video. So if you're anything like Dave and myself, we like to drink a lot of coffee, which can actually add up to be pretty expensive here in Las Vegas, especially since a lot of rooms in Las Vegas do not have coffee makers. So one thing we would suggest is to stop into a Target or a Walmart of some sort and buy a small coffee machine. It'll cost you anywhere between 20, maybe 30 bucks, but think about that for the entire week. It could save you a lot of money. Now, the other option is just order a small one online. It fits perfectly into your bag and you will have coffee for a week for cheap. Think about that. And for those of you that are not coffee drinkers, well, since we're in Target, you can actually pick up a electric kettle. There's multiple ones you can pick here for those that love to have your tea in the morning, but it's still a very cost-effective way to enjoy Las Vegas without breaking the bank.
And if you love table games, just avoid games with player unfriendly odds, which you'll definitely find in some places on the strip, like 6-5 blackjack or 0-0 roulette. Avoid those. You can find 3-2 blackjack or at least 0-0 roulette, maybe even 0-0. So look out for those opportunities and just have fun. And if you like playing slots, make sure to take advantage of the free drinks when you're playing. And actually, Tanya has a good tip on that one.
Yes, I do have a tip for you. So if you're worried about watered down drinks here in Las Vegas, one of the things I like to do is, let's example, a vodka cranberry. I like to ask for my 2 shots of vodka neat on the side and a glass of ice and cranberry juice on the other side. So this way I can mix in the proper amount and I know I'm getting the exact amount I'm supposed to be getting for my free cocktails here. Oh, and be sure to tip the waitresses because they do work hard bringing you those drinks and they work on a tip basis. Now let's talk about some fun free things to do here in Las Vegas. You should take advantage of some of the cheaper free activities here in Las Vegas, especially if you're new to Las Vegas, like the Bellagio fountains, the Mirage Volcano, which is going to be going away soon, so definitely make a memorable moment there, as well as a bunch of other things that you can do here just on the outside enjoying the Las Vegas Strip, as well as downtown. And just south on the Las Vegas Strip, you should definitely check out the fun Pinball Museum. It's a lot of fun. You can spend quite a bit of time in there playing some of the classic pinball games, and you cannot forget to check out the Bellagio Conservatory. Changes several times a year, but some of the displays are absolutely breathtaking.
And if you are eating out in Las Vegas, how do you save money eating out? Well, the first tip is do not just eat on the Las Vegas Strip. There's some amazing local favorites around Las Vegas, downtown, and some of the neighborhoods like Chinatown, the Arts District. We have a lot of videos covering some of our favorite local restaurants in Las Vegas, so definitely check that out. And when you're in Vegas, do not forget about the buffets. Las Vegas has some amazing buffets and some really good cheap ones as well. 2 of our favorites are the Garden Buffet at South Point and also the Garden Court Buffet at Main Street Station downtown.
Now we shouldn't forget about the cheap eats on the Strip while we're here, right, babe?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, speaking of which, there's a place right behind us called the Top Round Roast Beef here at the New York, and I am starving, so I think we should check it out. What do you think?
I want to try it out. Let's do it.
Let's eat. So while we're waiting for our food to arrive, speaking of cheap eats here on the Las Vegas Strip, don't think you have to spend a fortune on places to eat, even here on the Strip. Now Dave and I, we put together a lot of fun playlists that you can check out. We'll put a couple links in the description box below on some really popular cheap eats that we think you would enjoy. So, what you think?
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah?
And not bad, $9.95. This is the OG roast beef, or you got you got the OG chicken, right? Both $9.95. So under $10 on the Strip. Too bad for a quick bite.
I already see you took a nice big one on that first one. Somebody's hungry.
I am.
Somebody's hangry.
I'm hungry. Transportation. Now, we don't usually recommend that folks get a car rental unless they plan to do some excursions outside of Las Vegas. And if you don't have that car rental, we recommend going with Uber or Lyft, generally over a taxi. Taxis tend to be quite a bit more expensive. We also comparison shop between Uber and Lyft. We'll check both apps to see which is cheaper. There's also another app called Obi, which does comparison shopping on both of them simultaneously. You can check that out as well. We hope this video helps save you money on your next trip to Las Vegas. And if there are some money-saving tips that we didn't mention, please let us know in the comments below. We would love to hear about them.
From delicious tacos, hot dogs, to insane pizza, and even a few hidden gem local favorite cheap eats you've probably never heard of. What's up? We're Tanya and Dave from Turn It Up World, your Las Vegas locals and gurus. And today we're taking you to 11 of the best cheap eats here in Las Vegas. Oh, for under $9. Let's eat. So kicking things off, we're here a little north of the Strat on the Las Vegas Boulevard at a very popular Venezuelan cheap eat called Viva las Arepas. You probably never heard of it, and it's a quick Uber drive. So let's eat. So this place is really well known for its wood-fired beef and wood-fired chicken. Absolutely delicious.
What kind of taco are you feeling today?
All right, so today I'm feeling an adobada, yummy pork adobada.
Because they have all the different lines for different kind of tacos.
Yeah, the biggest one seems to be for the tongue.
Yeah, beef tongue, right?
That's like the most popular line here.
Lengua. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Excellent. Now it's time to eat. Live music kicking in.
I like it. I like the live music.
I mean, I knew we were coming.
I think so. Ready to do some dancing.
And it's amazing. The adobado pork tacos with everything on it, sauce. You can get some bag of limes. You got some radishes, which I love, and you love too.
Yeah.
Let's sink our teeth in, huh? Come on, let me hear it.
Good. Another great cheap eat just off the strip, right down East Flamingo by the Cromwell. Stage Door Casino. They have $2 all beef hot dogs, and they are damn good. You can actually get a hot dog and a beer for $3. Can't beat that. Another cheap eat that we've been to many times is Ocean One Bar and Grill, where every lunch item on the menu is $5.99. You can have anything from grilled salmon to a half-pound sirloin burger, a lot of great stuff. It's located at the Miracle Mile Shops Center Strip. Planet Hollywood, baby!
Hey, just really quick while we're here in the Miracle Mile shop, if you are looking for a cheap breakfast, now this is not on the list, but this is a bonus, you can check out La Salsa Cantina behind us. They have a $5.99 breakfast special, and they have 99-cent Bloody Marys, but those 99-cent Bloody Marys, a little tight, but hey, it's 99 cents. Now this next cheap eat here is also at the Miracle Mile Shops, Planet Hollywood. We really enjoy this one. Now a lot of you that have been following us know we like our late night eats here at Earl of Sandwich. And you can get one of their sandwiches for $8.99. One of my favorite is the turkey sandwich. The hot turkey. It's almost like Thanksgiving in a bun. Delicious.
craving a chicken sandwich, you can pick up a Chick-fil-A Deluxe for $5.79 right here outside Planet Hollywood. And if you're looking for a good cheap hot dog, head over to Casino Royale for the $2.99 foot-long hot dog. We opted for the popular chili cheese dog, which brought the total to $4.97, but as you can see, this is big enough for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Quick note, these are all beef Nathan's hot dogs. And if you're craving a beer, you can get a bottle of beer here for $3.
So this cheap eat, you guys, a lot of people love, especially if you love pizza. This is at the Cosmopolitan. It's called Secret Pizza, located on the 3rd floor of the Cosmopolitan. Just walk through the wall of old records to that delicious slice of pizza. And it smells really good right now, so let's go eat. Ooh, so we opted for the perfect New York style pepperoni slice here. Now, $6.50 is what the traditional cheese slice goes for here, but with one topping, it's $7.50. But they have never, look at that, never go wrong.
Oh yeah, never disappointed.
Never disappoint. Oh, now we're part of the cool kids, you guys. If you come to Secret Pizza, look for that right there. Oh, we're on it. You see us? We're right there. Look for that sticker. Take a picture and tag us in it. Hashtag Turned Up World. Ooh.
If you're looking for your burger fix, head on up to Lake Promenade. Check out In-N-Out Burger, some great value. Babe, do you have a favorite?
I do,
favorite?
and it's not from the secret menu. I actually enjoy just a double with onions and cheese.
Ooh, double. Grilled onions.
Grilled onions out. That's the trick.
Hey, that's the trick. Another cheap eat, if you're craving a good burger, come on down to New York, and Shake Shack. Their Shack Burger goes for $7.29.
So a really great cheap eat here in Las Vegas is found right here at the South Point Hotel and Casino, which is basically located on the further side of the Las Vegas Boulevard. I will say it's a really cool place here called the Coronado Cafe. And right now, Dave and I are about to dive into their graveyard special. So it's a deep discounted price on a few select items off of their menu that, yeah, I'm talking really cheap, like shrimp cocktail for $2.95 and steak and eggs for like $6.45, which traditionally that can go for substantially more, right?
Right, exactly.
So come get your graveyard special on, for this is definitely a true cheap eat. Truth be told, I'm about to order 2 shrimp cocktails and a steak and eggs, just saying, and a milkshake. Okay.
Just a real quick honorable mention, Ellis Island Brewery, a local favorite, just 1 block off the strip on Colville Lane, had a great steak and egg special for $8.99. That actually has gone up to $9.99 pretty recently, so it doesn't quite meet the $9 and under test, but still a great spot to check out.
Hey, let us know your favorite cheap eat in the comment section below, and we just might check it out. Heard of to one of the most bizarre yet very popular happy hours you don't want to miss. We're Tanya and Dave, your Las Vegas locals and gurus. We're sharing with you 21 of the top things to do here in Las Vegas right now. Let's get into it. Kicking things things off right here in the Arts District, which is one of the most popular up-and-coming spots between the Las Vegas Strip and downtown. You gotta check out this place. They have incredible food scene, art scene, and nightlife scene. Oh, and if you're gonna be in town or down in the Arts District the first Friday of the month, you might wanna check out First Fridays, which is an awesome food, art, and music festival that goes from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. And there's a ton of cool murals down here for photo ops as well. Hey, before we get this party started, take a second and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you keep getting some of the best Las Vegas content out there. All right, back to the video. Next up, you don't want to miss Area 15, which is located on South Ranchero in Las Vegas. It's got to be one of the most bizarre yet coolest spots for live music, amazing art installations, and more, including the Omega Mart Meow Wolf installation there. It's a very bizarre, psychedelic experience. It's very hard to explain. You'll just have to check it out. But the general admission is about $49 to enjoy that experience. One last thing, coming soon to Area 15, Universal Studios will be opening up what they call Universal Horror. And it's basically gonna be all year round horror. So be on the lookout for that coming up in the future.
And if you're interested in the history of Las Vegas and specifically their neon signs, head over to Neon Museum and their Neon Boneyard. They offer a 45-minute night tour for $28. It's really cool. You can go and see the old Sahara sign, the old Hard Rock guitar. Well worth a visit.
You want something fun to do in the winter times in Las Vegas? Well, head up to Mount Charleston. It's about a 45-minute drive where you can enjoy playing in the snow. Yes, I know you don't think of snow in Las Vegas, but it's packed up there with a lot of fun things to do, from snowing, skiing at Lee Canyon, and even you RVers that might be coming into town, there's great spots for RV camping up there as well.
And also just outside of Las Vegas are great places to dune buggy and for ATV adventures. And there's just many companies that will pick you up actually at your hotel. And the rate goes for a 60-minute ride, about $250 and up, but it's well worth it.
If you're into the horror scene, well, check out Zach Bagans' Haunted Museum, especially if you like that paranormal vibe. It's a very popular spot, especially around the Halloween season, and general admission for that place goes for $48. Get your spook on. Woo! Now, Las Vegas has a lot of history that's tied to the mob, and if you want to learn about some of that fascinating history, you should check out the Mob Museum. Now, general admission for that is $30, and they even have a secret speakeasy called the Underground. So grab yourself a drink and learn about some of that mob history. Oh, and really quick, if you're going to be in the Arts District area, definitely check out Makers and Finders. It's one of our favorite kind of breakfast spots to come to, and they make some damn delicious, unique lattes, like my lavender one coming up.
Make sure you head downtown and check out the Fremont Street Experience. There's a lot of great free live music, street performers, really a fun place to check out. And if you want a really cool perspective, try Slotzilla and ride over the Fremont Street Experience from above like Superman. And after the Fremont Street Experience, definitely head over to East Fremont where we are now. It's a great up and coming place, a lot of great local spots, some great local restaurants as well. And there's a great secret bar just off Fremont Street down this alley. And it's actually inside Mike Morey's Sip and Tip. Well worth checking out, some great cocktails. And if you're interested in the atomic testing history of Las Vegas and Nevada, you can definitely check out the National Museum of Atomic Testing, which has incredible artifacts and history. Now, general admission is about $29 per person. The museum includes some of the rarest artifacts related to the testing program, including actually a backpack nuke.
A backpack nuke?
Yeah, a backpack nuke.
Whew! Now that sounds creepy. So a really great spot to check out just a little bit outside of Las Vegas is the 7 Magic Mountains. It's an art installation that's been there for several years now, but it's a very popular spot. Go out there and check it out. We definitely think you'll enjoy taking some of those Instagrammable moments out there. Oh, now this is definitely not 7 Magic Mountains. It looks like this, but just look for the giant boulders stacked like a skewer. feel this is sort of a Las Vegas mural kind of day because they're just that amazing. I mean, the cat with the sax, woo, that's awesome. So if it's your first time in Las Vegas and you want to capture that memorable moment here, head over to the famous Welcome to Las Vegas sign, which is just a little bit south of the Mandalay Bay. Recommendation, get there early because the lines can get pretty long. And just a wee shy north of the Welcome to Las Vegas sign, we highly recommend checking out the Pinball Hall of Fame Museum. It's a really fun spot that has classic pinballs, new pinballs, and I'm telling you, it's not just a museum to look at. For $3, you could spend all day playing those pinball machines. We've done that several times, and as a matter of fact, I feel like we might want to maybe go there after this video. Just saying. And if you want to check out a really cool happy hour, just head to Chinatown at a place called the Golden Tiki.
Now, welcome to the Tiki Bar. This is a long-standing, just classic Vegas joint. They have happy hour 7 days a week from 4 to 7 with specialty cocktails, $8, and small bites around $5. Really good value, just a cool spot to hang out.
So I have to tell you, the cocktails are really great, strong, and ladies, I have to tell you one thing. When you go into that restroom, there's a surprise waiting for you, but just be warned, I can't say exactly what it is because we don't want YouTube banning this video, but it's a little risque. Just saying. Really quick, we just want to mention, if you are not already, be sure to join our incredible Facebook group called For the Love of Las Vegas. Now, there's a lot of people in that group sharing their pictures, videos, answering questions. It's basically your one-stop shop to Vegas. There's a link in the description box below. Hey, do not forget to check out some of the free shows here in Las Vegas. I'm talking about like the Bellagio Fountain Show, the Conservatory, the Mirage Volcano, which you better hurry up and check that out before it ends, plus a ton of other cool things to do here. Hey, if you want to see 9 really cool but unusual things to do here in Las Vegas, check out the video we put together, and I'll put that in the description box below.
And when you're in Vegas, make sure you walk the Las Vegas Strip. There's really nothing quite like it in the world. Absolutely beautiful. The themed hotels are incredible. Just kind of walk in, you go into the Venetian, check out the canals, the shops, head over to the Bellagio inside there. Very cool as well. And of course, the artwork all along the Strip is amazing. So, and also, you may want to catch it from day to night as well. When the lights come up, it's really breathtaking. And we also recommend, especially if you're new to Las Vegas, check out the High Roller at Link Promenade. It's just a really huge Ferris wheel, kind of like the London Eye, and it gives you a great perspective of Las Vegas. Recommend trying to get there when dusk and you have day going into night when the lights really kick on in Vegas. It's absolutely beautiful. Oh, and just one additional point on the High Roller. They do offer what they call basically a bar card. That's all you can drink package. It's about a 30-minute trip. You can head over to Caesars for more information on that.
So I have to tell you this, one of the things Dave and I really enjoy are the Cirque du Soleil shows. Now there's quite a few shows here that you can see, and one of the ones we recommend is maybe checking out the Beatles Love over at the Mirage, only because it may not be here after this year, so you don't know, but check that show out for sure. And if you're not into that, there's a lot of other shows here, including magic shows and comedy. Oh, I made that almost before. Ooh, look, all that in one scoop.
Make sure you treat yourself to a special dinner here in Vegas as well. The restaurants here are great. There's some great restaurants, whether it's a celebrity restaurant or maybe it's a great steakhouse. Definitely treat yourself, but at the same time, don't forget about cheap eats as well, even on the Las Vegas Strip. There's some great cheap eats in Las Vegas. We've actually put together a great list of some insane, crazy cheap eats under $9 in Las Vegas. We'll put that link in the description box below.
And we recommend you take full advantage of the pools here in Las Vegas, especially during pool season. You know, Las Vegas is known to have some of the best pool complexes in the world. And if you can, our suggestion, split your time between different hotels, book different stays on a certain trip. If you can do that, to really experience the different pools here, beat the heat in Las Vegas by enjoying some of the pool complexes. Hey, what's up you guys? It's Tanya and Dave, your Las Vegas locals and gurus. Now, Las Vegas is known for bright lights, big casinos, and a ton of entertainment. But what a lot of people don't know is that there are some hidden secrets Las Vegas casinos don't want you to know about. Well, here's 11 of them. Let's get into it. things off with the smells, you guys. Now, I'm not talking about the cigarette smoke or that occasional funk coming from behind Excalibur. I'm talking about when you walk into some of these casinos, and I'll use the Mirage as an example. You walk in and there's this inviting, almost vanilla scent. Not strong, but just enough to entice you and bring you in. Well, that is done by design. The hotels pay a lot of money to bring in those smells through the ventilation systems, and in a way to keep you there, to entice you to spend more money and to gamble. So you know what? Take advantage of that golden scent.
Now, there are no windows inside most of the casinos in Las Vegas, and why is that? Well, that's because the casinos want you to lose track of the outside world and just gamble more. They don't want you to see, the sun setting or the sun rising. Just stay in there. You're outside of the regular world, just playing in the casino, playing those slot machines. Casino floors in Las Vegas are designed to be disorienting and confusing, so you can actually get lost inside the casino floor. They're really hoping to keep you inside gambling longer. And when you want to cash out, usually those cash out areas are going to be deep inside the casino, or need to go to the bathroom, head deep inside the casino as well.
Oh, Las Vegas, you know what? One of the beautiful things is you can get lost outside here enjoying all of this beautiful architecture. But inside the casinos, have you noticed there's no clocks? Well, the casinos want you to lose track of time. Yes, you have a watch. Yes, you have a phone, but there's other methods that they're using nowadays to keep you inside gambling. They want you inside gambling. So if you notice that slot machines in particular, there's charging stations for you to charge your phone so you never have to leave that machine until you have no more money. So moral of the story is, don't plug your phone up at any of those chargers. You know, when your phone is dead, it might be a good time for you to leave. You know, free drinks in Las Vegas are not really free. Yes, I know there's a strategy a lot of folks use to play slow and drink more. Well, that's a great strategy, and we've done that a few times ourselves. But truth be told, they want you to drink a lot so that even the seasoned gambler can lose a lot of money, which basically means even smart players can become sloppy. So don't drink too much. You know, alcohol, that much alcohol can impair your judgment and may cause you to lose a lot more money than you plan to spend.
In the casino playing table games, of course, you need to buy in and get yourself a whole set of chips. And why is that? Obviously, there's a certain ease to using chips, but also there's a psychology behind it. It's from a psychology standpoint, it's easier to actually bet more putting those bigger chips on the table than taking out large denominations of dollar bills and putting them on the table. And when you play slot machines and put your money into the machines, the default typically is that you get a certain number of credits. And it seems a lot easier to lose some credits than the dollars. And when it's time to leave, of course, you don't get money at the table or at the slot machines. You have to go to a cashier's desk or a cash out machine to get your money. That creates one additional step to stop gambling and to get your money and to get out of the casino.
Hey, really quick side note, if you are here, we're right now in the Venetian, well, there's a very popular spot, as you can notice right behind me, is the love sign. I would definitely recommend coming here, getting that fun, family, cute couple photo right there at the love sign. Speaking of slot machines are designed to be addictive. Typically they'll pay you out small increments at a time to keep you playing on that machine. But it's not just for you. Think about those small wins. Small wins mean big whistles, and those big alarms and whistles attract other people around you to want to either start playing slots or jump on a slot machine. You got to keep this in mind. Slot machines are one of the biggest money makers here in Las Vegas. Let's talk about those Vegas lights. Now, I'm not talking about the lighting on the outside. I'm talking about lighting inside the casinos. You ever notice they're just perfectly lit? I mean, just keeping you in there. You don't know what time of day it is, as a matter of fact, once you're inside. Well, that is all by design. Just like those comfortable seats they put all around those table games and those slot machines. Keep that in mind. They want to keep you there to spend a lot of money. Hey, Take a second if you haven't done so. Please go ahead, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss some of the best Las Vegas content out there. Back to the video. Really quick, see that big, beautiful ball of lights going on behind me? Well, that is the new MSG Sphere that is set to open up later on this year, and kicking off the opening of this spot is going to be U2. Oh, and see where the cars are all driving that freshly paved road? Well, that is the repaving process going on right now for the Formula One coming in November.
Las Vegas casinos are famous for their player comps, whether it's free rooms, free meals, or even free shows. But just keep in mind, those are actually not free ultimately. You're paying for that, others are paying for that. The casinos have calculated those comps to make sure they're actually going to make money when they give folks those comps to get them back into the casino. And just know, when you're inside the casino is watching you. There are cameras everywhere. Just look around, you'll see them all throughout the establishment. It's not just the cameras, also the workers are watching you as well. It just is. There's a lot of security in casinos. There's even facial recognition technology. We remember actually going through many of the casinos here that didn't make you pull down your mask so the camera would actually be able to make out your face as you walk through the entrance.
Careful of those hidden fees, you guys. I'm talking resort fees, resort amenities, and even the restaurants have some hidden fees snuck in there. They usually range between 30 and 50 bucks, but just be mindful and be aware, because they're gonna always show up at some point in time. Odds are forever in the house's favor. It's just a mathematical fact. And over the long run, the casinos are always going to make money, no matter how skilled or lucky you are. The odds are stacked against you. And this is especially true with slot machines, which have a very high house edge. Remember this, the casino's goal and ultimate goal is to keep you there gambling so that they can win money in the long term. Remember, casinos don't have a heart.
That's right. Never forget that casinos are businesses and their goal is to make money. That is what they care about. Don't gamble with money you can't afford to lose. And if you do gamble, set a budget, gamble responsibly, and have fun.
Secrets Las Vegas casinos don't want you to know about. Dave and I are also going to share with you some of our favorite slot machines and ones that you may want to avoid. Now, following these strategies can help improve your chances of winning and leaving Las Vegas with some money in your pocket. Let's get into it. All right, first of all, simply know this. Just know that slot machines are always random. Even the best players lose, y'all. Now, don't expect to have an edge over the casinos or the slot machines, y'all. In all honesty, the casinos and the slots will always have an advantage. In other words, the odds are never in your favor. Now, don't fall for the trap of believing in superstitions or lucky charms. You know what? Whatever makes you feel more comfortable playing that slot machine. But just know this. Every slot machine has a random number generator, making every spin independent from the previous outcome. Oh, and don't think by stopping the reel quickly, thinking that's gonna change the outcome of your game. No, the only thing it's doing is it's speeding up your game, and we don't recommend that because you might be missing out on a lot of those good free cocktails, y'all.
Set a budget and a money management strategy. Before you start playing, set a budget and stick to it. You should only play with money you can afford to lose. And by setting a budget and sticking to it, you'll make sure you do not overspend. Another tip is to set a money management strategy. If you play long enough, your money will go to zero. Now, one popular money management approach is to split your money into actually separate parts and to play each part separately. For example, let's say you have $200. You would split this part, let's say, into equal parts of $20 and play the $20 separately. And you can play to the effect that if the 20 goes down to zero, you obviously move on to the next $20 part. Or if you double your money on that 20, you kind of keep that money, put it in your pocket, and move on and play the other $20 section going forward.
All right, so maybe try this. Maybe start off with playing a low volatility slot machine versus a high volatility slot machine. And what does that mean? It means if you're playing a low volatility slot machine, it has a tendency to pay out more frequently than, say, high volatility slot machines, which can go a long period of time paying very little, if not anything at all. Although if you do hit on a high volatility machine, it can pay pretty big.
As a general rule, the higher volatility machines tend to have the largest top line jackpots in their payouts. So we tend to opt for the smaller size jackpots, which tends to signal lower volatility machines.
Yep, I heard you asking, and I'm gonna tell you what are some low volatility slot machines. Well, you have slot machines like double diamonds, triple sevens, red hot sevens, or even like the ones behind me you see here. You got the old school pinball and the top dollar. Those are pretty good in terms of paying out, and they're low volatility.
You'll find higher volatility machines throughout the casino, and they tend to have all the bells and whistles, and many are very, very popular. For example, a great example, Wheel of Fortune right here, super popular machine, and look at that top line jackpot. Woo! That is very, very high volatility. Another great example is actually Lightning Link. This one's actually Lightning Cash over here. Look at that jackpot right there. 79,000, that is a pretty sweet jackpot.
Woo!
But good luck hitting it. That's gonna take a lot of money to hit that probably. Other examples include popular games like Huff and Puff, and also games with high multipliers. Those tend to be high volatility machines. Now, if you enjoy those games, that's fine. Have fun, play the games. Just be aware that they're high volatility and they can go through long intervals before you hit jackpots.
Now, if you're looking for more low volatility slot machines, you might want to avoid the themed licensed slot machines. Now, while these machines can be fun, especially if you have a particular favorite like The Wizard of Oz or Willy Wonka, they tend to have a high volatility and low payout given the required license fees.
And this next tip is very important, and that is play higher denomination slot machines. And the reason for that is because higher denomination games will tend to have better payouts than lower denomination games. You'll see a ton of 1-cent slot machines all across the casino, and the reason for that is the casinos make a lot of money on 1-cent slot machines. Now, the odds or the payouts of 1-cent slot machines can be significantly less than, let's say, a $5 denomination machine, or say even more, a $25 denomination machine, where the payouts can be quite a bit better. Obviously, you need to play within your budget, but our advice is to play at the highest denomination possible within your budget to improve your chances at a payout. And this also holds true for multi-denomination slot machines. We recommend playing at the highest denomination possible within your budget to improve your chances.
Now look for opportunities to play the must-hit progressive slot machines. Now, while opportunities on those machines are getting less and less because there's so many more people getting educated about them, they're definitely worth playing on if you find one. Good example of this is Thunder Cash. If it's really close to the major or the minor payout, well, you might want to consider jumping on that slot machine. Just a really quick bonus, so this dancing drums here, the pot in the middle that looks like it's filled up and ready to burst, well, just know that that is a graphic. Just because the pot is full, it does not increase your chances of winning on this game here. Just remember, the odds are never in your favor, even if the pot on dancing drums looks full. Please, you guys, bet enough so that you are eligible for jackpots. You don't want to play a game where you're not eligible for a jackpot, because most times in those situations, the payouts will be pretty poor.
Always use your player's card. Don't believe the myth that using your player's card reduces your odds. It doesn't. That has no effect on your odds at all, but what it does give you are comps. The casino's trying to give you basically incentives to have you play. It could be free rooms or free food, things like that. Use your player's card. You're just leaving money on the table. Know when to leave the casino. If your goal is to make money playing slots, you need to be willing to cash out and take your money with you after a big win. The reality is that the longer you play slot machines, the greater the chance is that you're going to give your money to the casino and leave a loser. So if you hit a jackpot, don't keep on playing and give that money back at the casino. That can be pretty painful.
And last, this is really, really important. Have fun. Hey y'all, it's Tanya and Dave, your Las Vegas locals and gurus. Now, Las Vegas is one of the most popular tourist destinations in the world. And what comes with that are a lot of scams and ripoffs. So today we're gonna share with you 21 of the worst scams and ripoffs here in Las Vegas. But stick around, because we're gonna share with you one of the newer scams and ripoffs that we all need to watch out for in 2023. All right, let's get started.
Now, let's kick this off where most folks first arrive in Las Vegas, and that's the airport. And you may notice we get to the airport, well, you're gonna see all these slot machines available to play. You may wanna kick it off and play those slot machines. Just know those are some of the worst odds in all of Las Vegas, paying back only about 85% of your money versus about 90 to 92% that you'll find on the Strip. And to get to the Strip, you may be tempted to jump in a taxi or a cab. And just know that taxis are about 25 to 30% more expensive generally than Ubers and Lyfts in Las Vegas. Our recommendation is take Ubers and Lyft and compare prices between the two of them.
Now you're heading to the Las Vegas Strip and you want to stop at the iconic Welcome to Las Vegas sign to capture that memorable photo. Well, there's a gentleman that's standing there that may look like he's the official photographer for the Las Vegas sign. Well, there are no official photographers for the Las Vegas sign. That is a scam. And what I would suggest is he's working on donation. If you're gonna use him, ask what his cost is up front so you don't get ripped off and spend all your lunch money in one day. Oh, and if you don't want to use that fake photographer, well, there's probably going to be a big old line behind you. So just ask the person behind you to take a photo. They just might be kind enough to do so. Let's talk about Las Vegas hotels. So you arrive to your hotel early and you want to check in and it's available, but This is Las Vegas, y'all. Most check-in times are between 3 and 4 o'clock p.m. And if you want to check in early, it may come with a hefty fee. Most will charge up to $50 for an early check-in. That's a complete ripoff. Now that even applies to late checkout. Now most hotels here in Las Vegas, checkout is 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock if you're lucky. Now anything after that, the hotel has a big money grab. They're going to charge you a fee to stay in that room, even if someone's not coming in that room after you. Total money grab. Now just keep in mind, if you're split staying, that's when you bounce between different hotels to enjoy different experiences. It may come with a price, and that is your time. You may have to check out of one place 11 o'clock, and you may not be able to check into the next hotel until 3, 4 o'clock, which means you'll have to take your luggage and you'll have to store it somewhere else. So just be mindful of that if you're doing split stay, because it might not be worth your time or energy. Let's talk about resort fees. Now we know the resort fees here in Las Vegas, hotels will tell you they apply towards amenities as well as Wi-Fi, etc. But we know it's a way for the hotels to advertise cheaper rates and bury the significant added fees. And those fees can sometimes range between $40 and $50 per day, especially here on the Strip. Now you may even be charged a resort fee even with a comp stay. Unless you hold certain status at those hotels, you may be comped the room, but you'll be charged a resort fee. And sometimes the resort fees are more than the room rate.
Let's talk about the next scam, and that is parking fees. For a while during COVID, parking became free at many places on the Strip. Well, that's no more. At Caesars properties, MGM properties, and really most properties on the Strip, there's going to be parking fees unless you have certain status. So be prepared for that, and that's just another money grab by the casinos. Now, there are still some free parking options on the Strip that we should point out. Now, unfortunately, Resorts World is no longer one of them. They just added parking fees beginning in 2023. But coming on the north side down to the south side, you can go to Wynn Encore, you can go to Venetian Palazzo, Treasure Island, and also Tropicana behind us still offers free parking. And a major scam are the hotel convenience stores. Don't buy from them. You're gonna pay like $6 for water, $8 for Gatorade, just a ton of money for snacks. Just don't do it. Head over to CVS, Walgreens, maybe Target, maybe the ABC stores. Save your money. Now, when you get up to your hotel room, watch out for the dreaded minibar. Obviously a very well-known scam. If you go into that minibar, everything, there's sensors there. You take anything out, you move anything, they're going to charge you for it, and the fees are going to be crazy. And another less-known scam in the hotel rooms are the snack setups actually outside the minibar. You might see some snacks, really enticing snacks, some water, some drinks. Well, don't touch those, because those are going to be just as expensive as the minibar.
Let's talk about the food and drink poolside at these Las Vegas Strip resorts. Now, one, the Las Vegas Strip resorts will not allow you to bring your own food and drink. Two, they're going to charge you an arm and a leg for their small bites and cocktails. So enjoy a cocktail, enjoy some small bites, but just be prepared for a massive bill to come your way. Woo, finally some sunshine here in Las Vegas. So let's talk about the next ripoff. You know, the Wi-Fi at Caesars properties can be pretty outrageous. You are only allowed 2 devices to use free on their Wi-Fi. Any device after that will cost you around $15 per day and per device. That's crazy.
You may have heard about a supposed coin shortage in Las Vegas. If you had, and if you believe it, let us know in the comments below, because that's the reason why a lot of casinos put in place here the coin exchange, where they actually give you a ticket back for your change. They don't give you your change back, but you get a ticket, and that is incredibly aggravating, a total money grab. Don't go to the machine, go to the cashier, and get your full money returned. And when you're in the casino, one of the biggest scams to look out for is 6 to 5 blackjack. Don't do it. Now, 6 to 5 versus 3 to 2 blackjack means if you put a $100 bet down, you'll get 120 back on 6 to 5, where you would get 150 back on 3 to 2. That's a 400% increase in favor of the casino. Don't do it. Look for 3 to 2 blackjack. Another major scam in the casinos now, and it's coming more and more, 000 roulette. Don't do it, it's a scam. The house edge is 7.69%, which is just crazy. Look for at least double zero roulette. And also if you're downtown, you may even find single zero roulette or in some of the high limit rooms here as well on the strip. Much better odds. Don't play triple zero roulette.
Yeah, we did that. Remember we did the single zero
We
roulette
did.
at Plaza?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
If you guys want to see how that turned out,
And we won. We had a great winning streak.
hit that link in the description box below. Need more cash? Watch out for those ATM fees here in Las Vegas, especially at these casinos. The ATM fees can go anywhere from $10 and up, and that is outrageous. So just bring some cash, or here's a tip for you. Talk to your bank, see what programs they offer, because some of them may actually cover some of those ATM fees. Photos with showgirls and characters here in Las Vegas, watch out for them because there are some big rip-offs. Always ask up front how much they charge, because if you don't ask, they may tell you after you take that picture, it's gonna cost you $20, $30, $40, and we even heard $100. So a big rip-off here, but they do work for donations, and support them if you will, but be sure to ask them up front what their tip is for that photo so you don't get scammed. Watch out for those free handouts, you guys. I'm talking about the folks that'll walk past, they'll pass you beads, flowers, or jewelry. If you take them, they're going to expect a fee. And most of the time, the fee for those items are way higher than what they're worth. In our opinion, just walk on. Street slappers aren't the only street hustle you need to watch out here for in Las Vegas. Beware of the 3-card Monte. You know, the old shell game? These guys know exactly what they're doing. You may think you're gonna win, but they are going to clean out your luggage. So the best thing to do is just keep on walking. Another scam to watch out for are those fake club promoters here in Las Vegas. I'm talking about the ones that'll offer you sweet deals for a tip or a fee. Real VIP club promoters are not there to receive a tip. They're there to get you in the door because the clubs pay them. So, moral of the story is, if the deal is too good to be true, it usually is. Especially in Vegas.
Now the next scam are timeshare presentations, and definitely a huge time waster. Watch out for timeshare reps. They will intercept you quite often heading into your hotel even. For example, at Excalibur or Westgate, be prepared for that. And when you're out on the strip, if folks come up to you and ask you how long you're in town for, maybe ask you, are you married? They're probably gonna ask you about timeshares. We don't recommend doing that. You'll go into just a long presentation. It could be 4 to 5 hours, maybe with the promise of free tickets and things like that. Don't do it, your time is too valuable. And one other point about timeshare reps, we've heard that they can actually become very rude, and they're extremely pushy, especially if you decide not to actually buy a timeshare at the end of those 4 or 5 hour presentations.
Even as locals here in Las Vegas, Dave and I are approached by these guys and gals all the time. But when they ask us the question, well, where are you from? We say, here, and generally they leave us alone because they have nothing to sell us. Oh, really quick, you guys, if you're coming to Las Vegas, we have an incredible Facebook group called For the Love of Las Vegas. Now, there's a lot of people in that group. They're sharing tips, their advice, their pictures, their videos. It's a fun group, all for the love of Las Vegas, your one-stop shop to Vegas. There's a link in the description box below. Click that. All right, back to the video.
Now, many people consider celebrity chef restaurants in Las Vegas scams and ripoffs. And certainly you are paying extra for that name of the celebrity on their restaurant. And do not expect that celebrity is back in the kitchen cooking, because he or she are not. But hey, if you love that celebrity or love the TV show, you may enjoy it. It may be well worth that experience here in Vegas.
Now, one of the biggest scams here in Las Vegas recently, and it has affected all of us. As a matter of fact, you may have already fallen victim to this, are the hidden service fees and charges in your restaurant bills, especially since COVID. Now, these hidden fees and service charges are popping up all over the place here in Las Vegas. One in particular is called the CNF fee, which is basically concession and franchise fee. If you don't know what that is, just think of it as a resort fee for restaurants. Now, if you want to know where to find these concession fees, well, you might need a magnifying glass to find it on the menu. Now, these fees generally range between 4 and 5%. Now, we've heard from folks, some places here in Las Vegas that have these fees are places like Beer Park, Alexa, Cabo Wabo. Let us know in the comments and if this has been your experience, and also what other places you may have found this popping up. Hey y'all, it's Tanya and Dave, your Las Vegas locals and gurus. Now, how dangerous is Las Vegas in 2023, and should you visit Vegas in 2023? Well, we get that question a lot. I'm talking from the friends that travel to Las Vegas, families traveling to Las Vegas, and even a lot of ladies coming to Las Vegas for that solo trip. Like, where can we walk in Las Vegas, and what places should we avoid? Well, let's get into it. Oh, and if you're not already, take a second, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss some of the best Las Vegas content out there. As a matter of fact, we have an incredible Facebook group called For the Love of Las Vegas. A lot of people in that group sharing their pictures, videos, stories, and a lot of you really appreciate that one-stop shop to Vegas. So if you're not already, join the group. Links in the description box below. All right, now onto the video. We are currently standing here on the south side of the Las Vegas Strip in front of Mandalay Bay. Now we're going to head north along the Strip, providing safety tips and recommendations on places we think you may want to avoid during your visit here to Las Vegas on the Strip all the way through downtown.
Now, despite some high-profile incidents this past year, both along the Strip and downtown, Las Vegas is actually a pretty safe city. It was ranked by Forbes as the 14th safest city in America with populations above 300,000. And actually last year, homicides declined 8% from 2021.
That does not mean Las Vegas doesn't have neighborhoods with high crime rates areas. It does, that we would recommend you as tourists should avoid. The good news is you have very little reason, if any, to visit them. Now we recommend, especially for first timers, there's a lot to see and do here in Las Vegas. Maybe just enjoy some of the attractions and sights on the Strip and downtown Fremont Street experience. But if you're gonna wander off the Las Vegas Strip or off the Fremont Street area, we highly recommend jumping in an Uber. Oh, and if you are a first timer watching this, we put together a jam-packed video full of things for you to do in Las Vegas that'll make your trip here that much more enjoyable. There's a link in the description box below.
Just across from Mandalay Bay, south down towards the iconic Welcome to Las Vegas sign, which, by the way, if you're first time to Las Vegas, make sure you get that photo and get there early to avoid the lines. Because as you can see here, there's abandoned buildings in this area, and we would not venture too far off the Strip in this end, especially at nighttime. We don't think it would be very safe.
Now a great way to get from Mandalay Bay to Excalibur, take the tram. Let's go. This tram is free from Mandalay Bay to Excalibur. It runs daily, I believe, from 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. Hey, it's about to accelerate, so why not save your toesies? The blocks here in Las Vegas can be quite long, so enjoy a free tram ride.
Woo! That wasn't bad, right?
No, not too bad.
Very quick.
Right, now just a quick tip. When you get into this area, the crowds are starting to pick up now. Just watch out for your phone and your wallet and other belongings because there could be pickpockets around. Walking the Las Vegas Strip is generally very, very safe, especially daytime, even nighttime as well. And maybe real late night after midnight or something might get a bit sketchier, but that's expected really at any place.
Now, over the last few years, Dave and I have noticed a substantial increase in the homeless population here in Las Vegas on the Strip as well as downtown and through different parts of Las Vegas. You might notice them as well, either talking with themselves aggressively or doing certain things that might draw attention. We have yet to have any issues with them. I think the best way would be to just don't engage with them, mind your business and move on just like they're minding their business.
Now, the biggest risk while walking the Strip is probably the street hustlers and falling for their scams. And we just dropped a video highlighting 21 of the most common scams in Las Vegas to watch out for. We'll leave that in the description box below.
So right now we're standing outside the Virgin Hotel and Casino on East Harmon. Now we previously did a live stream at night from Virgin Hotel to the Las Vegas Strip here, and we get this question all the time. Do you feel safe walking from Virgin to the Las Vegas Strip on East Harmon? Now it's a few blocks long, quite a few blocks long, and I would say during the day, yes, we feel safe. At night it gets a little bit more ominous, so I'd be careful walking at night, especially if you're by yourself. So our recommendation at night, just drive.
Now this area of East Harmon has a lot of homeless encampments. Actually right behind me, behind the fence there, you can see quite a few encampments and tents, homeless living over there. And there's also a lot of the infamous tunnels of Las Vegas. You'll find entrances in this area as well. So it's an area that you just want to be careful, like Tanya said, especially at night. And just really quick, the actually home of the new Formula One here in Las Vegas is actually going to be right down East Harmon on the way towards the Strip. So that could have a really big impact on the safety of this area going forward.
This walking around rough neighborhoods, Dave, is making me hungry. So where are you taking us?
I think it's time for a hot dog and maybe a beer.
Oh, at the classic Stage Door. No, you can't. I am so stuffed after 2 hot dogs and a beer. Now this place has been here 55 years, so they must be doing something right. Hey, welcome back on to the Las Vegas Strip. So we're here down more in the northern end of the Las Vegas Strip, down by the Resorts World. Now, northern-ish, because there's still a lot more north to go. Now, at night, sometimes down here, especially between here and the Strat, it can get a little sketchy, even beyond the Strat. And we get a lot of questions sometimes as far as, is it safe to go downtown? Well, I think, one, it's a long way to go, so you might want to try doing an Uber or a Lyft. But second, it's really not that safe, and you can find yourself getting lost and perhaps in some sketchy areas you don't want to find yourself in. Now, I will say this, the Resorts World definitely has changed the dynamic down here, bringing more tourists in this direction, and the new Fontainebleau behind me that's coming. So it's going to be reshaping things down here on this northern end of the Strip, but you still find little hot pockets you don't want to find yourself walking in, especially at night.
Now, if you're heading to the Strat, we really should point out one notorious neighborhood in Las Vegas that you should be aware of. If you're going to the Strat, make sure you're staying on the Strip. If you actually walk behind the Strat, away from the Strip, you get into an area called Naked City, and that place is, quite frankly, infamous over the years for high crime and really not that safe, especially at night. Now, it has improved somewhat over the years, but still, we would not recommend walking in that area at night.
So we were driving down the Las Vegas Boulevard, kind of starting from Resorts World, heading down towards Fremont, to kind of give you a sense in terms of what that looks like and how unsafe it may be at night if you miss the wrong turn or head down the wrong block. So it's kind of interesting to see. You can kind of see the transition from the Las Vegas Boulevard from one end to the next and how quickly that can change from the glamorous side of Las Vegas to the side you might want to be careful heading down. So we're down here on Fremont, and one of the things we tell folks is come on down and enjoy the downtown Fremont Street experience. It's very popular. Things have really been picking up from the new hotels, new activities, and fun things to do there. Also the East Fremont Street, that they really have been picking up from awesome new restaurants here downtown, some local favorite spots, and we put together some great videos that you might want to check out. And we'll put the links in the description box below.
Now, while downtown Las Vegas is a lot safer than it used to be, the violent crime rate is still 98% higher than the national average. So, as Tanya said, it's a great place to come and visit the Fremont Street Experience and East Fremont, but just be cautious, especially at night. If you're going to wander off too far from, say, the East Fremont Street area past the Container Park on Fremont Street, or heading over towards 515 in that direction, you can get into pockets of more dangerous areas.
So Clark County and the City of Las Vegas, to address the higher elevated crime that's been happening throughout Las Vegas, they put a curfew in place for anyone under the age of 18. So that curfew applies to anyone under the age of 18 for the Las Vegas Strip, as well as here in downtown. And if you want more information on what that entails and the time of those curfews, we highly recommend just checking out the Las Vegas Police Department website, as well as some of the government sites. So we stopped into one of our little cool spots here called Evil Pie right on Fremont Street because we are hungry after all this walking all day long. Why not stop into a couple of cool places, or this place here, for a slice of pizza? Yum yum. quick, if you don't know, we have an incredible Facebook group called For the Love of Las Vegas. There's a lot of people in that group. They're sharing their stories, their pictures, videos, really a great place to come together for all things Vegas. And be sure to follow us on Instagram because we post quite a bit there as well. Hey y'all, it's Tanya and Dave, your Las Vegas locals and gurus, and we're back with another Las Vegas video. Now, over the last several months, well, the last year, things have gotten pretty pricey here in Las Vegas. So, should you visit Las Vegas in 2023? Let's find out. Now, over the last several months, costs here in Vegas have really spiked, especially with the return of tourists, business travel, and conventions. As a matter of fact, the nightly hotel room rates have been setting records upon records over the last several months, and it doesn't look like it's going to be slowing down anytime soon.
Turn it up, world! And for those who don't know, we are of course in front of the iconic Bellagio Hotel Casino here, Center Strip.
And a quick tip, if you want to capture some awesome, memorable photos right here, which is a really great upper tier level of the Bellagio, I would suggest getting here really early when there's absolutely no one around, because the folks in Vegas, they like to party all night and sleep half the day away. Just saying.
Wake up, pray for better life. Now I wake up with a body like I said I might. This is better life, I never tried, I bet it right. This is better life, I never tried, I bet it.
Now, with being more expensive in Las Vegas today, we're gonna take you with us today and show you the cost increases. So come with us to breakfast. Come with us as we explore the new Horseshoe Casino and Hotel. Come with us to the brand new and hottest rooftop bar, Brewdog. We'll share with you the cost to help you plan your budget for a trip here to Las Vegas in 2023. In other words, spend the day with us. Turn it up, world.
Different terminals, leveling up is personal. Now I already made it, y'all can miss me. I smack my girl's ass, tell her pinch me. It's hard to believe I made something from nothing. No hindsight discussions, I've been writing, I love it.
And to kick things off, we have the perfect spot to take you guys for some breakfast. It's probably one of the most popular spots here on the Strip for breakfast, so let's go.
It's a better life, you never tried, I bet it right.
Oh, yeah. So 5 minutes.
It's not too bad, 5-10 minute wait.
5-10 minute wait.
All right, nothing wrong with this.
Perfect. Thank you. Turn it up, world. Hey, so we are at Mon Amiga B here on the Las Vegas Strip, which is probably one of the most popular spots for breakfast on the Strip because it has such an iconic view of the Bellagio fountain. Now, a quick pro tip. If you want to get on the patio seating here, there isn't a reservation. So if you have a reservation here and you want to sit outside, just put your name on the list. Get here a little early, and you might be surprised how fast a seat opens for you out here on the patio. We fortunately are early birdies, so we lucked out, and we actually have a very good seat here on the patio. Check it out. Now, last year, January 2022, Dave and I enjoyed a staycation at the Bellagio in one of their King Premier rooms, which was one of their cheaper rooms. And that midweek in January was about $79 to $80 plus the $45 resort fee, which there's no escaping that, which is pretty reasonable. But fast forward that to today. January 2023, to book that exact same room is going to cost you a whopping $199, or just round it up to $200 plus the $45 resort fee. Cha-ching! And if you want to check out that room, we actually did a video last year on that, which we'll put a link in the description box below. Oh wait, Dave, I think I see our mimosas come in. Cha-ching!
So Tanya and I have decided to go for the corned beef hash and poached eggs. It's actually one of the more popular brunch dishes here. It's $18.95.
It's your favorite too.
Oh yeah, it is my favorite. And actually the portion size is pretty big, so we're splitting it. And one cool thing about Mon Amiga B, which isn't true at every place here on the Strip, is there's no split fee. So there'll be no split fee here if you decide to split a dish. And just real quick, breakfast prices range from about $8.95 for organic yogurt all the way up to about $34.95 for the prime steak and eggs platter.
It feels right. Drop the anchor down, we'll be here for a while. Got me thinking about all the good times coming our way. Oh yeah.
So the portion sizes are not bad. Essentially, it's like splitting $18 into two. So $9.50 is what this would cost to have a decent breakfast here at Mon Amiga B. So there's a tip. If you want, split them up, especially if you're going for the corned beef hash, because I'm guaranteeing you'll be full after this. So our bill has arrived, and the total for breakfast this morning comes to $57.28, and that includes the tax, not the tip, which we're most likely going to leave a 20% tip on top of that. And if you were not to get the mimosa, and the mimosa alone, one was $16.95, then you definitely would have a much more affordable breakfast. But with that mimosa, and you are on vacation here in Las Vegas, it came to $57.28. Oh, but here's a quick tip. Mona Mi Gabi is part of the Lettuce Entertainment, so get the app, get the card, rack up those points, because before you know it, it might actually save you some money on your next meal here.
Spark a new flame, I like that for you. Yeah. Tell me what you want, I like that too, baby.
Hey, since we're heading in this direction, what do you think we check out the new horseshoe that's replacing Bally since we're here? I heard they did a really cool renovation. What do you think?
Absolutely, let's do it.
Now, I gotta mention really quick for you guys, so there are little hidden pockets where you can find affordable places to stay. Like example, Horseshoe, which we're about to go into, is offering room rates early January, if you can find them, for $32. Now, that doesn't include resort fee and taxes, but that's quite a deal.
Now, babe, we should definitely check out, they have a brand new arcade here.
I know.
I want to try some of those games.
I'm excited, and we
Yeah.
also should do something a lot of folks coming to Vegas enjoy doing.
Oh, yeah, what's
and that's
that?
allocating a couple dollars to playing some, casino games, and some of our favorites are the slots. So we might drop it like it's slots.
All right, so we'll start with, babe, a little $10 to start out.
Big bucks.
Big spender at the arcade, big spender.
Spark a new flame, I like that for you. Tell me what you want, I like that.
It looks like one card costs you $1. So for $10, you're really only getting
Right, $9 a play.
$9 a play.
We'll see how far this gets us.
Finish it. Woohoo!
There it is.
Yay, the new arcade card!
So maybe want to try a little whack and win?
Whack and win. All right, let's try it. You whack it, I'll win it.
That sounds good.
All right, so I'm gonna go with the classic one called skee ball, because I know no matter how hard or how soft you have to hit it, you have to put it in one of the right holes anyway.
Yeah. You got it. Oh, almost. Let's go one. Yay! All right, nice. You got it. We'll take it. Nice job. 32 tickets.
Hey, 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 hey,
Coming.
Oh, here we go.
All right, we're here at the double top dollar. And it looks like a decent machine here. So Dave, how are we playing this one?
We're going to play 3 credits on it.
All right, so maxing 3 credits.
All set?
Let's kick it off.
All right.
Come on, the luck of the horseshoe.
Well, we dropped $100 in slots at Horseshoe, and we left $100 at Horseshoe. That's the way it goes sometimes. Toast, baby. My amazing wife.
Yay, my
Cheers.
incredible husband. Cheers. Woo.
That's a strong one. Welcome to Brewdog. And while we wait for our table, we're gonna play a little shuffle.
Ooh, let me see it. Let's see if you can get the magic pull off the first one. Can you do it?
Nice, nice. It's a blocker.
It's a blocker.
It's a blocker.
Kind of setting it up.
All right, nice job. Ooh, knocked me out. Nice job.
Oh, you're gonna make it past the line. Oh, I see it coming. Oh, it's gonna still be late. Oh, you hit the party.
We got it, baby. Oh! Thank you for that. Nice pop,
You're
Ray.
so welcome. Merry Christmas. Oh,
Whoa! That was fun. Well, we nabbed one of the best seats in the house here on the rooftop at
did.
Brewdog. This place is, I mean, check out these views, unbelievable. And we have a whole full review video coming up on Brewdog, so stay tuned for that. We're gonna check out all the food, the beers, everything. It's awesome. Today we're gonna have, I think, what do you think, babe? Maybe some tacos.
Tacos.
Maybe a small plate, like what, Bang Bang chicken or something.
Exactly. And then just enjoy the sights. I mean, look at those views. Right here.
On Las Vegas Strip.
All right, so I think I'm just gonna read off what we're getting and the prices for these. So tacos, which are great here, we're getting the carnitas tacos, which is $8. The carne asada tacos, which are $10. And then we're getting the Bang Bang chicken, which is a really delicious, popular small plate here, and that's $16. And of course, we're going for a couple of beers. Yeah, because you can't not have a beer here when you're at Brewdog that has 96 beers on tap. Oh, and I guess I should have mentioned what the cost of those beers are. So Dave and I are getting two very popular ones, one called the Hazy Jane and the other, which is Elvis Juice. We're getting pints and they're both $11 each. Hey, I just want to mention before we dive into our delicious food here at Brewdog that there are a ton of great options here in Las Vegas, some more expensive than others. We have a wonderful playlist of cheap eats to family-style restaurants, steakhouses, buffets, and more. And what we'll do is we'll put a link in the description box below.
Oh, looking good, babe.
I know, do you see that? Now, I will say, that is one tiny taco for
So you have
$8.
Yeah, $8 for that one.
the carnitas.
And then $10
$10
actually for
the
that
carne
one.
asada for that
$10.
tiny little baby.
And $8.
And $8. And then of course the Bang Bang chicken, which is really nice and great dipping sauce. The slaw is wonderful here. That's $16. But yeah, it's Vegas. Things have gotten pretty expensive. Wow, now that was a lot of fun today.
No, it was a lot of fun, and thank everyone for joining us.
Absolutely. Now, this doesn't obviously include show tickets or Cirque du Soleil shows, magic shows, things like that, which are clearly going to ramp up your daily costs. But it has been a tremendous expense today. And before we get into that price of what that total day for us would be, I think we should just say, hey, take a second to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you do not miss some of the best Las Vegas content.
And also, if you're planning a trip to Las Vegas, we have a great Facebook group called For the Love of Las Vegas with great tips and tricks on how to save money and just plan the perfect trip to Las Vegas.
Absolutely, we'll have a link to that below. Now, without further ado, the grand total for our expense for today here in Las Vegas is, drumroll please. Hold on.
You want a beat?
Give me a beat.
Oh, here we go,
Let's
here we go.
All right.
Okay.
Here it is. The grand total is... yeah, that is quite a bit. But, you know, you can obviously supplement those things. You don't have to go to Brewdog. You can certainly go to cheaper eats on Las Vegas Strip or in town or even some local spots to lessen the cost.
So really the key question is, should you come to Las Vegas in 2023?
There's so much you
Yes.
can do here in Las Vegas. What's up, you guys? It's Tanya and Dave, your Las Vegas gurus. Now, whether you're coming to Las Vegas for a weekend trip, a girls trip, a guys trip, there are a lot of mistakes tourists make when coming to Las Vegas.
That's right. So in this video, we're going to cover 11 of the most common tourist mistakes and how you can avoid them on your next trip to Las Vegas.
That's right. Let's kick this off. Woo! It is a gorgeous day here in Las Vegas, and we're standing right now on the rooftop of the Wynn overlooking the Resorts World Hotel and Casino. And the first and foremost thing I want to mention to you guys is don't make the mistake of not fully understanding the true cost of your hotel room. Here's why. All right, first up are those resort fees. Now, resort fees can be confusing to a lot of Las Vegas rookies. Let's face it, they can be very confusing to all of us. Now, the one thing to really be mindful of is those resort fees can cost as much or even more than your hotel room stay, ranging anywhere up to $50, and that's also taxed. Now, keep in mind the resort fees will sometimes include things like the pool, the Wi-Fi, and some other extra amenities, but the best thing to do is just ask upfront what they include and be aware of what those fees will cost you. Now, speaking of Wi-Fi, just be mindful that some hotels will charge you an additional fee for the use of their Wi-Fi. Example, the Caesars properties, they will charge you anything over 2 devices, you'll be charged a per device per day usage, and that can range anywhere between $10 and $15. So whatever hotel you're staying at, whether it's a Caesars property or wherever, just ask what those costs will be for your stay here in Las Vegas. Now, beware of the hotel incidental fees. Many hotels will place a hold on your credit card that is fully refundable and can sometimes range anywhere up to $200 depending on the resort you're staying at. Now, that's $200 per night. And what that does is just think of it as a security deposit. As long as you return the room the way you got it, that money is fully refundable. Now, get this, if you're using a credit card, it's a hold that's placed on your credit card, and as soon as you return the room in its proper condition, that money will go right back to your credit card. If it's a debit card, the money is going to come out of your account per night, and then it will be returned to you once you check out of your hotel room, depending on, and again, making sure you return the room in its proper condition.
And don't make the mistake of not factoring in the cost of tips into your Las Vegas travel budget. Las Vegas is a service-based economy. The service here is top-notch. Tanya and I have done a lot of traveling across the country and around the world, and really nothing compares to Vegas service, so make sure you tip accordingly. And at many Las Vegas resorts, employees actually opt into what is called tax compliance, where they're actually taxed at an assumed tip rate. So if you don't tip them at all, they actually may get taxed on something that they didn't actually receive. So please leave a fair tip, and that also includes getting the free drinks when you're on the casino floor.
Oh boy. So one thing I need to tell you guys is watch out for the Las Vegas hotel ATM fees. They're quite expensive. Let me tell you. Here, walk with me and talk with me for a second. So those hotel ATMs can sometimes charge you up to $10, I've seen. Now, here's something I have learned. Maybe talk with your bank. There's certain packages and plans that you can put in place that you can almost avoid paying those ATM fees. That might be something to check out with, especially if you're going to be doing a lot of casino playing here in Las Vegas.
Don't make the mistake of buying from the casino stores. The prices at those places are outrageous. They actually have dynamic pricing as well, so prices will increase during the busy times. You can pay over $7, $8 for just a bottle of water or Gatorade, something like that. Don't go there. If you can, head over to the ABC stores over at Miracle Mile Shops. There's also one down by MGM Grand, or check out the Target on the Strip. Or if you can't do those, head over to CVS or Walgreens. You'll get a much better value for your dollar.
Don't make the mistake of using the hotel minibar or fridge for your personal refrigerator, unless you're willing to pay ridiculous prices for the items. Now, the hotel mini fridges have sensors, so if you move something, you are charged for it. No ifs, ands, or buts. Instead, we've seen a lot of folks bring in their own coolers. Buy a styrofoam cooler if you want to after you arrive, or bring it with you if you're driving. Yep, now there are a lot of tourists that bring coolers with them, but I would suggest double checking with the hotel you're staying with to make sure they allow them. If you have medical needs, such as medicine you need to keep refrigerated, you can ask the hotel for a refrigerator to store the medicine, and they will bring you one at no extra charge. Now, often these are regular small fridges, but sometimes these can be very, very small. For example, the Venetian provides a very small fridge unit to specifically hold medicine versus other things. So just keep that in mind.
And don't make the mistake to think that you can walk the entire length of the strip from Mandalay Bay to the Strat. That's actually about 4 miles long, and that will definitely wear you out. And even more than that, just from resort to resort, it can be much further than you expect. Going from the Aria, for example, to Bellagio, it seems like they're right next door, but that walk is actually pretty good. So just be aware of that and actually take advantage of free transportation when you can. There's a tram, for example, that goes from Aria to Bellagio. Jump on that, save your legs, because there's a lot of walking you'll be doing in Las Vegas. And one thing that you'll get very familiar with are all the escalators along the strip when you're walking the strip. And just don't expect every escalator to be working necessarily. Quite often we find that some may be shut down for whatever reason. Maybe they're broken in repair. You may actually have to walk up those broken down escalators. So just be prepared for that. And also finding the elevators can take you a little bit, and they can be kind of dirty as well.
So if you're gonna take those elevators, just make sure you bring that extra can of Lysol. Do not, I repeat, do not make the mistake of coming to Las Vegas without a comfortable pair of walking shoes. And let me tell you why. These Las Vegas blocks feel like they're countries long, so they can really, really take a toll on your toesies. We've seen folks coming to Las Vegas literally taking off their shoes while they're walking here on the Las Vegas Strip, and that is a double no-no. So make sure you guys always pack a comfortable pair of shoes. I tend to like sneakers. Dave and I wear sneakers all the time, but ladies, if you want to have a night out, maybe just pack some Crocs or some flats in your backpacks. Well, speaking of comfortable walking shoes and a lot of walking here in Las Vegas, one of the things you need to make sure you bring is sunscreen. I cannot emphasize how important sunscreen really is. On top of that, lots of water. You know, here in Las Vegas, it's a dry heat, so you're not going to be doing as much sweating as if you would in Florida. So just seriously, take a second. That hydration is absolutely importante. So drink a lot of water and wear your sunscreen. I know there are a lot of places where jaywalking is not frowned upon, and we're originally from Boston, where jaywalking is sort of it's a piece of art in Boston. But we know here in Las Vegas, if you do, be prepared for that piece of art that you will have to wear with honor, and it's called a ticket. Just be careful, it's dangerous, it's legal, you get a ticket.
That's right. Don't make the mistake of trying to hail a taxi on the street, because they are not going to pick you up. It actually is illegal for them to do so. They have to pick you up at designated locations, and typically at all the casinos and resorts on the strip. And that also is true for Ubers and Lyfts as well. So when it comes to hailing taxis, Vegas is definitely not like New York City.
Trying to hail a taxi. You know, if you're not too familiar with Las Vegas, it's a mistake to wander too far off the Las Vegas Strip and Fremont Street, especially at night. Just like any area, Las Vegas has some areas that may not feel or be the safest. So know your surroundings, and we would highly recommend, if you can do so, travel in pairs. Safety in numbers. Hey, do not make the mistake of not having your ID everywhere you go. You know, when you're walking the Las Vegas Strip or downtown and you want a cocktail, they're gonna ask you for that ID no matter what age you are. But get this, if you're playing slots or you're in the casino, enjoying the casino games, and you hit a jackpot, well, guess what? They're gonna ask you for your ID before you can collect. So if you don't wanna walk home empty-handed, bring your ID and take home that gold. Cha-ching!
And this next one is very important. Do not make the mistake of not signing up for the hotel and casino players card. Whether you're staying there or playing there or eating there, sign up for the card. You'll get benefits. It will go towards free play or free room nights. Definitely do that. Don't make that mistake. Oh, and before I forget, if you're coming around your birthday, do not forget to ask about any birthday promotions. You may get free play, you may get some like a free dessert, free appetizer, because in Vegas, they like to celebrate, and birthdays are a great celebration, so ask for that.
Happy birthday to you!
Something very important, especially during certain times of the year, is to make sure that you pack in layers, because as warm and beautiful and sunny as it can be during the day, it can be very cold at night. And if you are not prepared, you're on your own. Although I will say, there was a brand new Target that opened up not too far off down the Las Vegas Strip. Go ahead and check it out, because you just might, ooh, the light, ooh, it's like a nightclub. Oh, look, look, look. Packing layers. Packing layers.
Exactly, but the sun's going down, it can get pretty chilly.
So moral of the story is, before we got distracted by all the surrounding goodness of Las Vegas, is pack in layers, especially during certain times of the year. You will thank us. Trust us. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Tanya and Dave from Turn It Up World. You know, Las Vegas is beautiful, but it can be overwhelming. And it's very easy to make common mistakes that will pretty much make your trip less enjoyable, costing you valuable time and losing money. You know what? We're here to fix that.
That's right, we're gonna bring you 15 very common tourist mistakes in Las Vegas and how to avoid them. Kicking your trip off to Las Vegas the right way.
Oh, but before we get started, we are super close to hitting our goal of 100,000 subscribers, you guys.
And we would appreciate it if you would subscribe to our channel.
Please do so. Hit that subscribe button right there. All right, back to the video.
Kicking things off, don't try to do too much, especially during your first visit to Las Vegas. You know, there's so much to see and do, and you won't be able to do everything. I know your excitement for your Vegas vacay has arrived, but you don't want to exhaust yourself. So, pace yourself. Next up, don't make the mistake of not doing some research and planning in advance of your Las Vegas visit on what you want to do when you're in Vegas. You know, your first trip can be overwhelming if you don't do some planning and research in advance. So, it's important to plan in advance to figure out what to do. Fortunately, there are some great resources to learn from to help your Las Vegas trip planning. We have a very active Facebook group you can check out to help with your planning called For the Love of Las Vegas, as well as a ton of YouTube videos and playlists to help you plan your perfect trip to Las Vegas. Next up, don't make the mistake of only visiting Las Vegas on weekends. You know, the cost difference between Friday and Saturday nights in Las Vegas for hotel rooms is very different than from Sunday through Thursday. Crowds drive in from California on the weekends, and flights come in from around the world. So Friday and Saturday nights are extremely busy, pushing up the dynamic pricing on the hotel room rates. When Dave and I do our staycations, we often try to stay in hotels Sunday through Thursday because rates are typically much cheaper. You can see the daily rate schedules on the websites, Caesars or MGM's, for example, or you can simply call the hotels and ask them directly. So, if you can, visit Las Vegas during the weekdays and save yourself some money. Don't drink too much on your first night. I know, when you arrive in Las Vegas, especially for your first time, you'll be excited and want to hit the Strip or downtown Fremont Street. But if you pick up a huge drink and carry it with you, you know, it can easily go overboard. Just be careful not to overdrink and wear yourself out on your first night in Las Vegas. I mean, you don't want to spend the rest of your visit hungover and hugging that toilet bowl. And speaking of downtown, don't make the mistake not to visit downtown Las Vegas and Fremont Street. Downtown Las Vegas and Fremont Street is crazy fun and well worth checking out during your stay in Las Vegas. Enjoy street performers, some classic Las Vegas restaurants and casinos like El Cortez, Golden Nugget, as well as the new Circa Resort and its massive sportsbook and stadium swim. Do not make the mistake to think that you can't stay at a Las Vegas Strip hotel at a good deal. There are hotels on the Strip for any budget. For example, the Flamingo, Planet Hollywood, Bally's, aka Horseshoe, offers some great rates, and even generally expensive stay hotels on the Strip like the Cosmopolitan, during certain times of the year, they can offer some pretty incredible room rates. Don't make the mistake of not booking direct. A very common first-time Las Vegas visitor mistake is to not book directly with the hotel, but instead booking through a third party. When you book directly, you tend to get the best rates, and if you sign up for the casino rewards programs, you will earn credit for potentially upgrades or even free rooms, as well as other discounts. Now, it doesn't mean you can't find a good deal on a third-party site, but pay attention and compare. Another very common mistake is not being aware of what major events or conventions may be in Las Vegas during your visit. You know, crowds can really vary in Las Vegas, and some weeks can be much busier than others, simply because there's a major convention going on or event. This will also significantly affect pricing of hotel rooms and availability of reservations at top restaurants. So when planning your trip, check the Las Vegas calendar. If prices of hotels seem oddly high, it may be that a major convention is going on, such as a computer electronics show, or a major event is taking place in Las Vegas. Here's a good example, and we've talked about this in other updates. If you're planning a Las Vegas visit during the month of November 2023, watch out for the Formula One Grand Prix, which is coming to Las Vegas for the first time. Vegas will be chaotic that week with hotel prices through the roof, and if not interested in F1, you may want to pick a different week to visit. Don't make the mistake to not make reservations at popular Las Vegas restaurants or get tickets to popular shows in advance of your trip. I repeat, in advance of your trip. For example, Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen at Caesar's Palace is typically booked up for months in advance, and we've heard his brand new restaurant, Ramsay's Kitchen, is following that same pattern. Now here's a tip. You can also call your hotel concierge in advance of the trip for help in making reservations at restaurants and hotels. But once again, try and get those in well in advance. Now, if you've been following our YouTube channel here for a while now, you know Dave and I enjoy sharing our experiences at the high-end restaurants to some of the more budget-friendly. And it's a mistake to not take advantage of available cheap eats in Las Vegas, even on the Strip. Las Vegas restaurants are amazing, but can be very expensive, especially on the Strip. Now, there are some cheap eats available on the Strip, such as Tacos El Gordo, Istanbul Mediterranean, or Ellis Island, just to name a few. If you're interested in learning about more of some of these great cheap eats here in Las Vegas, we put a link in the description box below. It's a mistake to think that you need to rent a car. You can get around to most things easily, either walking to the closer destinations, Uber, Lyft, taxi, there's free trams, monorail, or the Deuce Bus. Parking rates at hotels can be very expensive. While some places still offer free parking, like the Venetian, Wynn, or Treasure Island, the MGM and Caesars properties do not. That is unless you have certain players' card status like Platinum or Diamond. It's a big mistake to not take advantage of the free shows and exhibits in Las Vegas. Examples like the Bellagio Fountain Show and Bellagio Botanical Gardens and Conservatory are incredible, amongst other free shows around Las Vegas, including the legendary Mirage Volcano Show, which will be going away at some point in the future, as the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino has other plans for that spot. Getting tricked into a timeshare presentation. Watch out. Be prepared for the timeshare salespeople to approach you. Typically, when they ask, "How long are you in Vegas for?" or something like that, they may look official, as if they work for the hotel, but this is very common. For example, the Excalibur Hotel and Casino is pretty well known for their aggressive timeshare sales folks. Now, while they're just doing their job, just be aware of them. And if you're not interested, kindly tell them and move along. Now, if you do decide to take them up on their timeshare presentation offer, just be aware that the timeshare presentations will waste a lot of valuable Las Vegas time and will involve high-pressure sales pitch techniques throughout the day. Do not be surprised when showgirls or other street entertainers ask for a tip if you take a photo with them. This is not Disney, y'all. Street entertainers work for tips in Las Vegas, so if you want to take a photo with them, just be aware that they're going to ask you for a tip. We recommend always negotiating with them up front and appropriate tip amount for a photo to avoid any uncomfortable moments. Now, not trying a Las Vegas buffet, in our opinion, is a mistake. Las Vegas has some of the best buffets in the world. If you're not familiar with Las Vegas buffets, you may simply believe that you should avoid them and not give one or more a try. That would be a mistake. Some great examples would be Caesar's Bacchanal Buffet, the Buffet at the Wynn, or the Wicked Spoon Buffet at the Cosmo. Give a buffet a try. We think you will not be disappointed. But if you go, let us know in the comments below.
And by the way, if you have any tips or Las Vegas mistakes that we have not talked about, please let us know in the comments below. We would love to hear from you.
Absolutely. And one last thing, if you want to take your Las Vegas trip to the next level, well, I'm talking about attractions here in Las Vegas that no one talks about. What's up, you guys? It's Tanya and Dave from Turn It Up World. Now, Las Vegas, with so many things to do here, it can be confusing in terms of what attractions you should check out during your visit. Well, today, whether you are new to Las Vegas for the first time, whether you've been coming here for years, we're going to share with you some top attractions you definitely should check out. Oh, and let me tell you this, a lot of these you may have never heard of.
Have you ever tried soaring down at Disney World? Well, if you have, you can actually do something very similar on the Strip. A new attraction has come to the Las Vegas Strip, located down by the new Target on the Strip, and it's called Fly Over Las Vegas. And it's super cool, very much like soaring. You can actually fly over the Strip. They have a Southwest adventure. They have actually an Iceland adventure, which is one of our favorites, absolutely amazing. And they just announced a new one called the Canadian Rockies Adventure. It's $36 for an adult to take the trip, but look for half-price tickets. If you're a local, we believe it's half price.
So I bet you never thought about sledding during your trip here to Las Vegas. Well, guess what? Just about 45 minutes to 1 hour, Mount Charleston awaits you. Yes, during certain times of the year, you can head to Mount Charleston and do some sledding. It's totally free. Now, I will tell you this, it is a very popular thing to do during certain times of the year here, the winter months in Las Vegas. So our advice is, if you're going to go sledding on Mount Charleston, try to go on a weekday versus the weekend. You can certainly go on a weekend if it's your only time here, but you will be dealing with a lot more traffic than you would on a weekday, and it's a lot of fun, and it's a great way to make an additional memory here. And let me just mention one thing I forgot to tell you guys. So even though it is free, you do need to do this, BYOS. Okay, what is BYOS? It means bring your own sled, because if you don't bring your own sled, the only way you're going to be sledding is on your ass. Now, there are quite a few historic ghost towns not too far from Las Vegas, and one of our favorites to visit is called St. Thomas. Now, St. Thomas was once submerged under Lake Mead, and since the water of Lake Mead has been dropping, St. Thomas is now revealed once again. And so you have the opportunity to go and walk through St. Thomas to explore that ghost town and check out some of their secrets. Now, just a quick history lesson for those of you not familiar with the town of St. Thomas. St. Thomas was a town that was submerged under Lake Mead when the Hoover Dam was being built in the 30s. So that entire town during this time had to evacuate as quickly as possible because their town was about to become home to the fishes. Now, if you do decide to visit, our recommendation is to go out there with either a 4x4 or an all-wheel drive vehicle, because the roads can be quite bumpy and there are soft spots where you might get stuck. Now, because this ghost town is in the Lake Mead National Recreation Area, there's a fee of $25 per car. Now, obviously, if you have the National Park Pass, it doesn't apply, but just keep that in mind. It's a $25 fee per vehicle.
Now, for these next two Las Vegas attractions, the tour companies will pick you up right at your hotel. And the first one is a hot air balloon ride just outside of Las Vegas. And they have some really cool hot air balloon ride options for you. Many tour companies do this. And we actually recommend, there's a Champagne early morning sunrise balloon flight, which is really cool. Now, it takes about 4 hours of total time to actually go there and do the ride. And the ride itself is only about an hour. But overall, it's a great experience. Now, the price for the balloon ride attraction is not cheap, however. It's about $250 to $300 per person. And if you don't want to do a hot air balloon ride, another really fun option are dune buggy tours or ATV tours. Actually, Tanya and I did a great tour in Arizona, had an amazing time on a side-by-side, just exploring all around the Mojave Desert. So much fun. And actually many of these will pick you up right at your hotel room. Now the prices again are not cheap for this tour, but this could be just a once in a lifetime experience exploring the area. And for all these attractions and especially the tours, make sure you check for discount and discount codes online and especially on Groupon.
Hey, you want to check out some cool wildlife here in Las Vegas for free? Well, you just head over to Hemingway Park. It's a little bit outside of Las Vegas in a place called Boulder City. They're wild out there, but it's a really great, fun family event to do. And while you're out there, you can even check out Lake Mead or the Hoover Dam. And you might get hungry. And so when you're out there, there are some really fun, hot spots to check out in Boulder City. Some definite yum yum gimme sums, that's for sure. Now, for those of you late night Las Vegas lovers, there's a cool attraction over at the Zak Bagans Haunted Museum called the Flashlight Tour. If you guys know anything about Zak Bagans, you know he is big into paranormal activity. So think of this tour as paranormal activity on fleek. Now, it's a group tour of about 20 people, and there's 2 groups that it splits into, a group of 10. Now, this flashlight tour runs Fridays and Saturday nights, and it will cost you $200 per person for an hour-and-a-half flashlight tour. Now, all visitors are required to sign a waiver so that you fully know the haunting risks that come along with this. You know how ghosts sometimes like to latch on to people, so you might end up leaving with a family member
They didn't quite expect.
you didn't quite expect. So one thing you get to leave with besides that extra ghost is a complimentary Haunted Museum engraved flashlight. And they'll let you borrow some paranormal activity equipment. So get ready for a fun time and that +1.
Another incredibly fun activity is to rent an exotic car. You can drive it down the Las Vegas Strip, maybe even take it out to Valley of Fire. Tanya and I actually rented a Vanderhall, which was so much fun.
So much fun.
Oh, it was amazing. And so you can definitely do that. Now the cost for us was about $300. That includes insurance. Now the prices really do vary. We actually recommend checking what's called a Turo app, where they have a lot of rentals, a lot of exotic cars to check out. And for this next Las Vegas activity, make sure you're not claustrophobic, and that is to try an escape room. There's some amazing escape rooms in Las Vegas, and actually one really good one right in the Forum Shops on the Strip. And don't think all escape rooms are as scary as Saw, like I did before I ever tried an escape room. There's many different themes to different escape rooms, like Rugrats, for example, or bank heists and things like that. So you can have fun, whatever you're looking for. Now, prices vary, but are generally about $40 per person.
If you are interested in the mob and their history and ties here in Las Vegas, check out the Mob Museum. But don't just stop there. Check out the speakeasy that's attached to it. Now, entrance to the Mob Museum is $30. But like anything you do here in Las Vegas, if you're a local watching this, be sure to ask to see if there's any sort of special discounts for being a local here in Las Vegas. Great place, fun, history. Check it out. Never a dull moment here in Las Vegas. One of the cool things Dave and I love to check out here in Las Vegas is the graveyard. Well, the Neon Boneyard at the Neon Museum. So it's basically a graveyard for the retired signs here in Las Vegas. Now, the Boneyard Museum contains about 250 of those retired Las Vegas signs. Now, some of them have actually been restored, which makes a great opportunity to take a picture with them. Now, you can take about a 45-minute guided tour through the Boneyard Museum for about $28 to learn the rich history of that famous spot. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Yes, that's right. You can actually ice skate here on the Las Vegas Strip. Well, not on the Las Vegas Strip. The Cosmopolitan during this year opens up the Boulevard Pool to ice skating. So you can enjoy hot cocoa, warm drinks, things of that nature, and it's free to get in there. Now, if you do want to ice skate, that's going to cost you about $30. You can do something extra special, but it comes with a price. So they have a section called the Chalet, where you can sit around the warm, snuggly fireplace with some friends, and I believe it starts around $175. But don't quote me on that. I would check the website for details. But enjoy some ice skating on the Las Vegas Strip.
Ready for liftoff. Now, have you ever considered flying a stunt plane or a combat plane? Now in Las Vegas, you can actually do it. You can fly a combat or stunt plane. Now I'll warn you, it's not going to be cheap, but it's one of those once in a lifetime experiences. It's called Sky Combat Ace. And now it starts for $500. You actually are flown. They'll fly you in a stunt or combat plane. But for $700, you actually fly your own plane. If you want to pay a whopping $1,800, you can do what they call Top Gun, which is like the ultimate fighter experience, where I think you're actually fighting dogfighting other planes. Now you may have seen this on the Las Vegas Strip, military-style Humvees driving tourists. And where are they going to? They're actually going to Battlefield Las Vegas. And Battlefield Las Vegas is a military-style shooting range where they actually pick you up in a Humvee driven by a veteran. And when you're there, you can actually choose from World War I weapons or current weapons to fire. And prices start at $125 per person and go up from there.
Now let's take this downtown. Now there's quite a few pieces of street art and murals all around downtown. And there's a fun way for you to check them out and learn about them all at once. It's a scooter tour. So Dave and I have done this with a company called Atomic Scooters, and it's a fun way to really learn about those street arts and murals down there. It's about $85 per person, and you will not regret it. We have so much fun doing it. Want a fun way to check out some of the local hidden gem restaurants here in Las Vegas? Well, check out some of the food tours that they have going on here. Now, some of these food tours will take you to several different restaurants, either here on the Las Vegas Strip or downtown Las Vegas. Now, it comes with a price tag. I think they start around $125 per person for some of them, some more, some less, depending on which package you choose. But it's a really fun way to try out some of the many different hidden gems, signature dishes here in Las Vegas.
Now, if you're coming to Vegas and you don't know how to play popular table games like craps, blackjack, or roulette, the good news is that you're in luck. Casino Quest, which is actually located in the Fashion Show Mall behind me, will teach you how to play these games for $20 an hour. So you don't go in cold, you can kind of learn some of the tips and tricks and how to kind of at least make your money last longer and having some fun playing on the table games.
Maybe even show you how to win.
Well, that's even better, yes.
Now, if you're a Marvel fan such as Dave and myself, you might want to check out a cool spot called the Avengers Station. It's located inside Treasure Island on the Las Vegas Strip. It's a fun Marvel interactive exhibit that we really enjoy, and I'm sure you and the kiddos would enjoy as well. Now, if you go, it's about $30 for adults, $20 for kids if you use a discount code Avengers 2022. At the time of this video, it does work. Maybe in 2023 there'll be a new one, but that's a great price to check out a fun exhibit.
Turn it up, world! Woo! All right.
Now, here's something you should definitely check out visiting Las Vegas. Just outside of Las Vegas is a lion habitat and sanctuary called Lion Habitat Ranch. And it houses lions and giraffes, and it's a non-profit organization. You can bring the kiddos out there and enjoy this habitat. Now, admission for this incredible sanctuary is $25 per adult, $10 per child. And if you want to do some kind of behind the scenes feeding tours, I would recommend calling for additional pricing with that. Hey, if you have any interest in Las Vegas, you should definitely join our Facebook group called For the Love of Las Vegas. Now, there's a lot of people in that group answering money-saving tips, tricks, questions, ideas, photos, videos. A really great spot for you to understand and know all about Las Vegas. Hey, what's up? We're Tanya and Dave from Turn It Up World for those of you that are new here. And if you're coming to visit Las Vegas anytime this year, well, we have some fun free things you need to check out.
And some of these free things are quite unique and not all that well known.
So we got a lot to cover. So you ready to get this party started?
I'm ready.
Let's rock. So kicking things off and definitely new and unique here in Las Vegas is something right behind us. What's that, Dave?
Yeah, well, this is actually Elon Musk Boring Company's Tesla tunnel system.
Yeah.
Right, and now it's actually live over at the convention center. You can jump in a Tesla. They'll drive you through tunnels.
A Tesla?
Right underneath the convention center. And very cool. It's all free right now. And actually, they're going to be opening up a stop here at Resorts World pretty soon. You'll be able to go from Resorts World to the convention center and back. So,
and hopefully, if it's a
out.
success, maybe it'll just take you wherever you need to go.
Yeah, the plan is to go all the way down the strip
Go all the
eventually.
way.
So now this next free activity you may have not heard about, but it is super cool. Isn't that right, babe?
Oh my gosh, yes, absolutely. So here at South Point on the south end of the strip, there is this equestrian. They have a free show for the public here at the equestrian. Now what you may have to do is check the websites for when those shows might be, because some of them are paid events, like the regional rodeo rally going on actually at the time of this video, which is a $15 ticket. But if you enjoy horses, they put on a really fun show for the public. Just check the South Point Hotel, Casino, and Spa for equestrian times. I think I see a horse.
Oh, yeah, what's that? Hey,
Woo! So not only here at Top Golf can you enjoy some golf and drinks and cocktails, but here there is a secret pool, actually a secret gym here in Las Vegas at Top Golf called Hideaway Pool at Top Golf. Now, let me tell you, if you want to upgrade your pool here in Las Vegas, it may not be so fancy smancy, just come on over here because it's free to the public.
So when you come in, head on up to level 3 and 4 to the Hideaway Pool. Just keep going up the stairs. I'm sure there's an elevator somewhere. We went right to the stairway.
Welcome to the Hideaway Pool here at Top Golf. So there's 2 pools here in this upper level, and both are party pools, lower, and looks like one with a cascading glass so people can kind of see you swimming. But it's just one of these places here that you can enjoy. It's free to the public, and it looks like there's golf options right behind you and a bar as well. So get your cocktail on and get your swim on. The pools here, the one upstairs is reserved for private events or reservations up top. The downstairs pool here, where I'm standing right now, this is the public pool. Now I do believe you have to be 21 plus to get into these pool areas here.
And one thing we should mention, babe, is that there's actually plenty of spots to get your drink on here. There's many bars, places for good food. Of course, you're right by the golf at all times. Then you got that nice secret pool there. So all in all, it's pretty cool. Almost like a cool kind of sports bar experience with activities. Another really fun spot, really psychedelic spot that actually has free entry and is relatively new here in Vegas is Area 15. What do you think, babe? It is a lot of fun to check out.
Oh, it's so much fun. From the moment you start outside to when you walk in, it's just one of these things here that feels like you're on another planet. And don't take our word for it. Let's show them. This is called Perception, created by Matt Elson.
Here we go. Ooh, oh yeah, there we go.
What is the perception? Oh, whoa, I got you. Whoa.
Oh, look at all these great dancers.
Look at those dance moves.
So many great dancers.
Oh my God, Dave, that is the perception.
Now I can really see myself dance. Really work on those moves.
Oh, hey.
So all you need to do for free entry is secure a free entry pass before you come up. So you can do that actually just online, no problem. Come on through and boom, you're inside.
All right, I hope you guys enjoyed the Delta of Venus. Now this experience has a lot more than just some of the entertainment, but there's some restaurants here that you can enjoy, such as Todd English's The Beast. Makers and Finders has a coffee shop, amongst others, to enjoy here all under one psychedelic roof. Let's go. Come on. This is a classic. A lot of folks probably know this, but for those that don't, is here at Circus Circus. You can enjoy a trapeze circus act.
For the eccentric buffoonery of our Circus clown, please welcome Rocco! From Argentina, the Flying Poemas!
Now, a new free show here on the Strip is here down at the new Resorts World, which is called Glow, the globe right behind me. It's actually pretty cool. You can kind of check out a lot of kind of different things happening on Glow if you kind of stay and watch. But another free thing to check out.
Hey, I thought we mentioned this really quick, which I think is really important, and we've had this question quite often. Where is free parking on the Strip? Well, if you head north of the Strip, a lot of places on the north side of the Strip have free parking. I'm talking Circus, Resorts World, Wynn, Palazzo, Venetian, just to name a few. So definitely get your free parking game on, because unless you're staying at one of the hotels, it's not cheap. One thing about this time of year in Las Vegas, it's beautiful, but you do get those hot, crispy, sunny days. So what a fun way to cool off down here by checking out this fun vegan ice cream spot called Craig's Vegan. End up getting a nice shake, and it's a great opportunity for us to mention, right, babe? Some of those fun free spots that you may know, but it's probably worth mentioning in this video. Like
the iconic Bellagio fountain show. Just head down Center Strip to the Bellagio Casino, right in front. Can't miss it. It's an amazing show. It goes off every 30 minutes during the daytime and every 15 minutes after 8 o'clock at night. Great spectacle to check out. And after that, don't forget to head into the lobby of the Bellagio for some amazing, amazing artwork, including the Bellagio Conservatory, which is always beautiful to check out. Definitely do not miss that. And if you want to be more adventurous, head downtown to the Fremont Street Experience, and there's just incredible sights and sounds there. Free music, street performers, a lot of things to check out. And if you're down there, you may want to head on to the Container Park for a praying mantis show, which is pretty cool with like flame on. The thing is really exciting to check out. What else, babe?
Well, you can mosey right back here to the Las Vegas Strip and enjoy the Wynn Las Vegas has an amazing show called The Lake of Dreams. Now, it's a free show if you're upstairs. They just reopened the Parasol down, so you can join downstairs, but that one's gonna have a little bit of a fee. So you can enjoy the same exact show at the standing room only on the upper level, or just round off and enjoy the iconic volcano show at the Mirage. Now, that is going to be going away soon, as the Hard Rock will be changing the face of Mirage. But in the meantime, it's definitely one that you should certainly check out. Get those photos in and make it a memorable moment. Well, this is definitely a great way to beat the heat here in Las Vegas. Just come inside and enjoy a free show.
Exactly, and we are deep in the Forum shops at Caesar's Palace. And we say deep, we're at the far end of it.
Oh, yeah.
So we're at the Atlantis show, which is a great free show here to check out. But a word of warning, it is quite a bit of walking going through. You go by every store.
Absolutely.
Right, yeah.
Hey, and just to let you know, this show goes on from Thursday through Monday. Just to make sure I got that right,
Yeah.
because it's always changing. Thursday through Monday, 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. currently, right?
That's right, but definitely check Caesar's for the schedule, because it does change.
And I think it's about to go on right now.
I once faced a decision which destroyed my precious land. Behold, that prince, his fingers are made of flint, his eyes are the color of flame. Stop this madness! I rent this being from the sun and lace it with Hades' breath.
Wow, so what'd you think of the show?
I thought it was a lot of fun. Kind of real old school with the animatronics or whatever that is. It's kind of cool though.
Sibling rivalry.
Right, exactly, the fall of Atlantis.
The fall of Atlantis.
So watch out, siblings.
I'm telling
that could
you.
happen to you. They can squash everything.
The gods can decide.
Right.
And the drop.
Hey, it's free show
Of
though,
a
not
hat.
bad.
Exactly.
Yeah. The land of fire and ice.
Today we're sharing 10 of the biggest Las Vegas tourist traps. Now by tourist traps, we don't necessarily mean bad or rip-offs, but that these attract a ton of Las Vegas tourists. If you're planning to visit them during your trip here to Las Vegas, you need to plan for potentially large crowds. We're gonna share with you our experience at each, and if you should or should not avoid them.
Turn it up well!
First up is Madame Tussauds Las Vegas here at the Venetian. It's a very popular attraction here of wax figures that look exactly like celebrities. Now I will say some of them do look like the celebrities and there's some that don't, but one of my favorite part of the attraction are some of the old artists that you'll see in there as well, some of the historical artists, as well as the Marvel 4D experience. For me, hey, some of you might find it corny, I thought it was pretty cool.
Now the basic admission price for the Wax Museum is about $37 per person. And we actually got an add-on, the Marvel 4D add-on, which brought the ticket price up to about $44 a person. And just a quick tip, if you do decide to go, you may want to go during an off-peak time so you don't have a lot of other folks trying to get that great photo shot with their favorite celebrity. Oh, the famous gondola rides here at the Venetian. The ride only lasts about 10 to 13 minutes, and it does cost per person $39. And that is not a private ride. That could be up to 4 people in your gondola. If you want a private ride, that's going to cost you $156.
Just an FYI, there's an indoor version of the gondolas and an outdoor version of the gondolas. Now, during those cold winter months, if you want to experience this, you might want to head indoors. But on a beautiful day like today, check the one outdoors. Now, yes, it is definitely a pricey experience, but a lot of folks love this experience when they come to Las Vegas, and it's a memory you'll never forget. And it's certainly not like the Venetian canals of Venice, right, Dave?
Oh, they're a lot cleaner.
Lot cleaner. And a bonus, you might want to try and get here during those off sort of peak hours, because weekends it can get pretty busy and those lines can be pretty long.
Yeah, it can take a long time. Area 15 in Las Vegas has become an incredibly popular tourist attraction here over the past several years. And now it is free to enter. You do need an entry pass, just make sure you reserve that in advance. But once you're inside, there's not a ton to do, quite frankly, until you actually pay for a particular experience. And those can be pretty expensive. For example, Meowville's Omega Mart costs $59 a person to enter. Now, it's a very cool experience, but it's definitely not a cheap experience. And also, if you're gonna go to Area 15, just pay attention to the time of the day, because you could get yourself in quite a line to get into the experience.
And you cannot forget the Adventure Dome over at Circus Circus. Now, one of the things that I've been picking up recently over the past few years are families coming to Las Vegas. And there's still not a ton of places for those kiddos to go. So the Adventure Dome at Circus Circus is definitely that place for them to go, and it can get very busy. Now, for an all-day adult pass, it's $60, and for an all-day junior pass, it's $30. So get your gaming on there at Circus Circus, because it's one of the most popular spots here for the kiddos in Las Vegas. A very popular tourist trap here in Las Vegas is right behind me, which is the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop. You may know it as Pawn Stars. You know, Rick Harrison, Chumley, and their father that passed away, God rest his soul. It's free to get in there, and the lines can get pretty long. So recommendations would be to get there early. Now, don't expect to see them inside, as they're not usually there. And if you do, consider yourself lucky and maybe go play some slots, okay? Cool. All right, one of the most popular tourist traps, center strip here in Las Vegas, is the Bellagio Botanical Gardens and Conservatory. Now, it is a free attraction 24/7, but it's absolutely beautiful. And let me tell you, it can be overwhelmingly packed, especially when new exhibits like the Year of the Rabbit go up. So definitely want to try and get here early if you can, but at night, it's just absolutely beautiful. And packed like sardines.
The Eiffel Tower Observation Deck is another very popular tourist trap here, center strip. in Las Vegas. Now, when Tanya and I did this, it took us a while. The line wasn't even that long. It took us a long time in the line. Now, it's $25 per adult to go up to the top. And when you go up to the top, you go up the elevator to the top, and it is a beautiful view, but we have to say that there's chain link fence all around the area, that observation area. So if you're looking for that perfect shot, they have little like kind of cutout areas where you can kind of get your camera in there for those pictures. Just be aware of that. There's going to be some kind of tight chain link fence up there, and the line's going to be pretty long.
Now, a famous tourist trap that Dave and I honestly say that we really enjoy, it's the High Roller, found over at the Lake Promenade. Now, for $36, you can purchase an anytime ticket, which allows you nighttime entry. Or you can purchase $25 ticket for daytime. Or if you're more daring and adventurous for that 30-minute sort of London Eye type ride hovering over the Las Vegas Strip, you can pay $62. Now, that $60 offers you an all-you-can-drink bar car service, so you can really enjoy experiencing the High Roller. Now, quick tip. If you're gonna do the High Roller, Dave and I would say go around that sun setting hour where you can actually see the transition from daytime to nighttime on Las Vegas Strip.
And you can't talk about popular Las Vegas tourist traps without mentioning celebrity restaurants. Celebrity restaurants are definitely the rage in Las Vegas, and not all are that good, quite honestly, and you're definitely paying a hefty price for the name. Now, that's not to say some of these aren't great, because there are some that we really do enjoy, but just be aware, you're gonna pay a little bit extra for that celebrity name. Oh, and don't expect to see the celebrities in the kitchen at these restaurants. If you do, consider yourself very lucky.
Yeah, very lucky. You might want to play some slots.
Yes.
You can't forget one of the biggest Las Vegas tourist traps here in Las Vegas, which is right behind me, is the iconic Welcome to Las Vegas sign. I mean, this is the moment you step off the plane and as you're heading into Las Vegas Strip. And as you can see already, the lines are pretty long. So tip, get here as early as possible. That's a secret. And one bonus tourist trap that you may not be aware of, and it is a tourist trap, you moms and dads, bring your kiddos, know that they love them some M&Ms. Well, the M&M shop on the Las Vegas Strip is probably another very big tourist trap. The lines can get pretty long, it's quite expensive, and you still will come out with a load of goodies.
Now, if there are any tourist traps that we didn't mention that you know about, let us know in the comments below. We would love to hear about them.
Hey there, world travelers.
Hey there.
I'm Tanya.
And I'm Dave.
And we are Turn It Up World. And today we're going to be talking about our 10 best luxury hotels
On the Las Vegas Strip.
Dave and I have stayed at and reviewed quite a few hotel and casinos in Las Vegas, and some of you have asked us what are some of our favorite luxury hotels on the Las Vegas Strip. So we put together our 10 best luxury hotels on the Las Vegas Strip. Now, some of you may not think these are luxury.
What?
Yeah.
Not luxury.
But we think they're luxury. So let's just jump right into it.
All right, to kick things off, number 10, Vdara. Now, Vdara is perhaps the quietest hotel on the Las Vegas Strip.
Wait, quiet?
Yeah, it's very quiet.
It's Las Vegas. We don't want quiet. We don't want quiet. We want loud. We want fun. We want sun. We want gambling. We want dancing.
Yeah. Well, if you want quiet, Vdara is the place for you. It's a sister hotel to Aria. There's no casino, very few restaurants. It's really designed for a quiet spot, but a great location next to Bellagio, Cosmo, and Aria. So all the restaurants and activities are there, but you have a nice little quiet spot to stay at night.
Well, that's a lot of no's, a lot of quiet.
Right?
But I will say this, it's also really cool because it has a heated sort of rooftop pool, and each room has a kitchenette. So for those of you that don't like to eat out all the time, because it can get expensive, you got a little kitchenette set in your room as well. So it's definitely nestled and tucked away in the back a little bit. It's on strip a little in the back, nice and nestled. But if you want something quiet, like Dave said, Vdara's your girl. Next up, number 9, the Four Seasons. Now, the Four Seasons is definitely one of those places that prides himself on luxury and glamorous. If you know anything about the Four Seasons, they're kind of like that all over the world. So it's no different that they're here in Las Vegas. Now, one thing I will say is they do share a space with the Mandalay Bay. So it has its own private entrance, but it covers about 5 floors in the Mandalay Bay.
That's right, near the top of the Mandalay Bay. Now they do have their own private pool, but you can also share the wave pool at Mandalay Bay, so that's kind of cool.
Very cool.
Right? Now, one thing to keep in mind, it is located down south end of the Strip, so if you want to be center Strip, it may not be the best location for you.
Yeah, but it's one of those places where if you want quiet and tranquil, or you're looking for that really award-winning spa, then the Four Seasons is definitely the place you should check out.
Yeah, I can see you getting pampered there.
Quite
a bit, a little pampering.
Official.
Right? Oh, absolutely. Next up, number 8, the Palazzo.
Oh, I love the Palazzo. It's so nice, so modern. As a matter of fact, the Palazzo even says that they have some of the largest standard suites on the Las Vegas Strip.
The Palazzo does have some really nice rooms and suites, very modern. They also have a great pool area, and one nice benefit too of the Palazzo is that you can use a Venetian pool as well when you're there. So overall, a really, really great experience.
It really is. It's got a heated pool when you walk in, the grand entrance. It's just really, really nice place to be for sure. And I love the fact that it does really cater to those modern touches.
Right, and plus we won in slots there.
That's
Can't
right.
beat that. So.
Can't beat that. Come
Oh, there we go.
Come on. This is not the Palazzo.
Better the Palazzo.
Next up, lucky number 7, the Venetian. Now we separated the Venetian and Palazzo, even though they are a part of the same company, because in our minds they're very different. The Venetian has a little bit more of that old school glamorous vibe than the Palazzo does.
Kind of an old school Italian Renaissance vibe.
Yeah.
Right, very cool though. I mean, we love, of course, you got the gondolas, you got the canal shops. Just an amazing, amazing spot. Plus the location is a little bit closer to Center Strip.
Absolutely, and they do have some wonderful top-notch celebrity restaurants attached to them as well. So the Venetian has a really award-winning spa. It just really has, it's been a staple for a long time in Vegas, and I think it just has a lot of loyalty, you know, to a lot of folks that go there, and I just think it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a Vegas classic. Next up, number 6, the Waldorf Astoria.
Woo, now that's a ton of the mighty one.
No, that's right. The Waldorf is perhaps the best hotel in Las Vegas that does not have a casino. It is very boutique-y, only 400 rooms, and actually some of those rooms are residences, so it's not all hotel rooms.
No, but it's nice because it has a rooftop pool,
Yes.
and it's got one of the best spas on the Strip. So ladies, if you want to get pampered, even you guys want to get pampered, Waldorf Astoria is it. I will also say, some of the standard rooms, if not most of the standard rooms, have a nice view of the Strip.
Yeah, and a very nice location too, just south of City Center.
We're halfway there. Number 5, the Cosmopolitan.
Let me love again.
Let go and let me love, let me let go and let me love again. Let go and let me love, let go.
Yes, if you want glam times 50, the Cosmopolitan is it. As a matter of fact, there are 2 giant stilettos in the entranceways.
Oh, that's right. We wear them quite well.
You wear them well. Let me show you
I don't know
guys.
what you're talking about.
Take a look.
This is our time. Dance floor is jumping. Move me tonight.
You definitely wear those well. Great restaurants. If you want to have a great breakfast sandwich after that party night, go have yourself a sandwich at Egg Slut. One of the best sandwiches we've ever had. As a matter of fact, you could even enjoy a nice lunch at Secret Pizza. Great spot for lunch.
And if you love buffets, check out Wicked Spoon Buffet at Cosmo. It's a great buffet, and also the only buffet open currently at the time of this video open on the Las Vegas Strip.
And one of the best features of the Cosmopolitan, in our opinion, is the fact that each room has its own balcony. And if you are fortunate enough to get a room that has a balcony view of the Strip, it's unbelievable, let me tell you.
Yeah, the views are amazing. And also the views down by the pool are pretty cool as well.
That's very true. Now it can get a little loud,
Yes.
that's for sure. Here, don't take my word for it. Take a look at this. Yep, you see? Loud.
A little loud, a little loud.
Very loud, but hey,
Yeah.
you're in Vegas. If you're up for a party, Cosmopolitan is a great spot to go.
That's right. Next up, number 4, Aria. Aria is the best modern hotel on the Las Vegas Strip, and also one of the newer hotels. It has a great location, right at City Center, Center Strip.
Yeah, and Aria really prides himself in, say, that luxury meets contemporary and convenience, and that's clear with the location. Now, it's one of the newer ones, like Dave said, so the rooms really do showcase that. They all have basically floor-to-ceiling windows, and each room is made to feel like a corner view.
Yeah, the rooms are very nice. We also love the pools as well. Just beautiful pools at the Aria, and the restaurants are great as well.
Yes, including their new restaurant, Din Tai Fung. It was absolutely fun. We had a great time. We actually put a video if you guys are interested in checking it out. It'll be a link in the description box below. But Aria is definitely one of those places where you feel the convenience, you feel the luxury, and you feel the modern. Number 3, Encore. Now the Encore definitely is an establishment that feels luxurious the moment you walk in. From the chandeliers to the carpeting to the flower arrangements you will notice throughout, it really prides itself on that luxurious feel. The rooms in itself are incredible. They're some of the larger standard rooms on the Las Vegas Strip, and as a matter of fact, they too have floor-to-ceiling windows, and the technology is scattered throughout the room. You can even use Alexa. Oh, careful. We have Alexa in the house. You can even use Alexa to turn on the lights, to turn on the air conditioning, to close the drapes, so you don't even have to touch any of the buttons in the room. That's pretty cool.
Yes, Tanya loves that.
I do.
Yes, and Encore has some great restaurants as well. They have Sinatra, Elio, and also...
Yes, they have Jardine, which is a really great restaurant that overlooks the pool area. Great for breakfast or brunch.
They also have a great pools. The Encore pool is excellent. You can also use, as an Encore guest, you can also use the Wind pool, and they have the Encore Beach Club as well.
Yeah, and what was really cool too about the Encore pool is there's actually casinos. There's actually like tables outside at the pool. So you're not too far from a game no matter where you are.
Yeah. And now, number 2, the iconic Bellagio.
And Bellagio is definitely one of the more iconic staples on the Las Vegas Strip. And they really do pride themselves on luxury. Sort of from the moment you walk into that lobby, if you look up, you see this beautiful blown glass ceiling to the artwork and the decor. One of our favorites is the Conservatory and Botanical Gardens. They change it a couple times a year, but it is absolutely something you do not want to miss.
Oh, absolutely beautiful. And the restaurants are really unparalleled at Bellagio. They have 2 great French restaurants, Le Cirque and Picasso. Prime Steakhouse is wonderful as well. And also new for 2020, the Mayfair Supper Club.
Oh, absolutely. The Mayfair Supper Club is fantastic, and they put on a wonderful show. Here, let me show you. You see, isn't that great?
Yeah.
The show is absolutely fun. You have a wonderful time. And the rooms, let's talk about the rooms. Now the rooms, I would say, have a little bit more of a throwback sort of elegance vibe to that old school Vegas, in my opinion. But the rooms are wonderful. Now they do have 2 additional floors, which is sort of their stay well floors. And those rooms have a little bit more modern touches, different spins on there as well. Beautiful views, floor to ceiling windows. It's gorgeous.
Yes, and the pool area is great as well. Very elegant and heated pools for year-round use. So.
And we cannot forget one of the most iconic pieces there is that Bellagio fountain show, which is probably one of the most highly watched free show on the Las Vegas Strip. And last but certainly not least, number 1, Wynn. Now the Wynn has a reputation for high-end accommodations, and that includes their standard rooms, which they kind of throw some glamorous touches throughout. They use modern technology like you wouldn't believe, and we love using modern technology. From the lights to the drapes to the heating and air conditioning, they use Amazon Alexa for that. The beds are extremely comfortable, and the bathrooms are pretty cool too.
Yes, and the Wynn has great restaurants as well. SW Steakhouse, Lakeside, Costa de Mare, are some examples of that. And also the buffet at the Wynn is excellent. Now right now it's closed at the time of this video, but when it reopens, definitely check that out.
Yeah, and we celebrated our birthday at Costa de Mare. Oh my gosh, what
really
a
nice.
fun night that was. And of course, you walk through the beautiful carousel on your way to check out the Lake of Dreams show, which is fantastic. It's an all-new production that they put together that was produced and directed by the famous Kenny Ortega. So something you should not miss when you're there. And again, the casino is definitely ready and waiting for you with that modern glam, ready to take your money.
Right, exactly. And one thing too that really sets apart the Wynn, they have an 18-hole golf course.
Oh yeah.
Right.
So for those of you that like to get out on that golf, wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty
Get out on that
nice.
golf
Pretty
course,
nice.
18 holes, they have the perfect one for you, and it really is a beautiful golf course. Well, that about does it for us. Ford! Okay, hold on one.
Oh,
hold
watch
on
out.
one. Hold on one. If you made it this far, thank you so much. We really appreciate that. What's up, you guys? For those of you that are new here, I'm Tanya, and it's my husband Dave, and we are Turn It Up World. And today we're going to talk about our 10 best pools in Las Vegas. Oh, and before we kick this off, take a second, hit that subscribe button. Dave and I, we put out a ton of great content here in Las Vegas that we know you would enjoy. Plus with us, it's always an adventure.
Yes, absolutely. So please join us. You're going to have a lot of fun, and would really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Hit that subscribe button.
So kick it off. We're going to head on downtown to one of the
downtown.
classic Vegas casino hotels, the Golden Nugget.
Oh, the Golden Nugget. That pool definitely has to be one of the best pools downtown. With that shark tank kind of floating by, you can kind of even take like a slide on down. But it's got a great sort of vibe, a great atmosphere. I will say one thing though, you've got to get there early to get some of the best seats. And if you have not seen that video, you should check out our Golden Nugget video, because we actually sat in, I believe, some of the best seats in the house to really avoid that summer sun in Vegas.
Exactly, and it's not a big complex,
No.
but it's nice, and being able to go through the slide through all the fishes and the sharks, and then you're kind of like swimming in the water, and the sharks are swimming right next to you.
Oh, yeah.
Behind glass though, behind glass.
Behind glass.
Yeah, but it's pretty cool.
Oh, it's such a great vibe. Food service is great. They have basic food service, but the service was great when we were there.
Yeah.
Definitely a spot you should check out. Coming in at number 9, the Flamingo, right center strip on the Las Vegas Strip.
Oh, another classic.
It's
right,
amazing.
just legendary Vegas and total party vibe there at the pool.
Oh yeah, especially the Go Pool. Now
Yes.
they have a friendly family vibe, and then the Go Pool is more of that adult vibe, where there's the waterfalls, the pinks, and the fuchsias, and that vibe is just, and beach balls flying everywhere.
Yeah, it's a fun vibe. The service is awesome too. You've also had great service there.
Yeah, and I have to honestly say, it was worth going to visit. Get there early again, because the Go Pool, especially during these late spring and summer months, the lines can get pretty long. So get up, get there early, and just enjoy yourself at the Flamingo Pool and get that party on.
Party on.
Party on.
Oh yeah.
Party on.
All right, so we move on to number 8, babe.
Number 8.
Okay, so we're gonna head on back downtown. But now this time we're kind of going to something much newer. One of the newest resorts in Las Vegas, Circa.
Stadium Swim. And what do you think about that one?
I have to say this, it's a incredible like party spot, and also if you're into the game, it has the most incredible TV screen to watch. So, but don't expect shade, right? There's no palm trees or anything, but it's a party vibe. It's also great year-round too. Those pools are really warm in the winter
I
months.
will say that probably has to be the largest outdoor television screen I have ever
crazy.
seen. It's super cool, but it's also got this great vibe in the winter, right?
Oh,
because
yeah.
there's 6 pools. Each one of them, I feel like, has a different temperature.
They do.
But they're so warm and toasty. It can go from like taking a bubble bath to being cooked a human soup.
Yeah, I think they're the warmest winter pools in Vegas, for sure.
But it's a great vibe, great atmosphere, and I do believe they allow guests that aren't staying to visit them for a flat fee. Might be $10, maybe a little bit more, but I would certainly check out the Circa Stadium Swim website for more information on that, but certainly a party vibe. Again, party vibe. Party vibe. Ooh,
Coming at you. Oh, yeah,
you
hummingbird.
can't see it, but there's a hummingbird behind you.
Now, one thing we should mention about Circa is that the whole resort, including the pool, is of course 21 plus, adults only.
Oh yeah, and that's a great vibe
Right.
for Circa. Moving on, back onto the Strip, moseying to number 7, the Mirage, which is soon to be the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. Now, okay, Mirage definitely has a great vibe. We really enjoy the Mirage. It does have a family sort of vibe as well. There's adult sections you can enjoy, but you don't know what's going to happen to it coming the end of this year and into next year when the Hard Rock changes. But as of right now, it's great.
No, absolutely great. Great family pool. We're definitely excited to see what the Hard Rock does. There's a great space. We think it'll be a great pool as well. Maybe more adults, right, versus family. But we'll see. So stay tuned on that.
Stay tuned. Well, the Hard Rock is definitely not. I mean, I feel like this theme of party is just happening all over the place right now.
Well, it is Vegas.
It's Vegas. Good point.
So it's time to move on to number 6. We're going to head center strip to one of the pillars of Vegas on the strip, and that's the Bellagio.
Oh, the Bellagio. The Bellagio kind of screams classic elegance.
Absolutely.
And the pool is no exception. There's multiple different pools there. It's got a really great vibe. And I just felt like, you know, if you're having breakfast, say at Sadel's, you're looking over at the pool, you just want to be out there, you know, and we really had a great time there.
Yes, and it is beautiful. The service is great, you know, second to none. Great spot.
Absolutely. And in the wintertime, it is one of the warmest pools we've ever experienced at the Bellagio. It's just, I felt getting in was really nice and toasty, but getting out was a whole other problem because it was so cold out.
Exactly. Just stay in that pool in the winter.
In.
But it is a great winter pool. So before we kick into the final 5 best pools of Las Vegas, I think we should get some honorable mentions.
Oh, good point.
Right?
Yeah, I agree.
And one that we like quite a bit, of course, is Aria.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's not anything fancy, right? But it's very elegant, great service. I love the palm trees that are there as well. It's really a nice spot. And now I will say one thing, we talk about winter swim. It's not the warmest pool in the winter time.
No, it's not. And you might be surprised by this, but one of the most underrated pools in Las Vegas, I'm gonna have to say, is the Luxor. You know, I know at the time when we were there, they were actually working on, you know, revamping another pool, but there's, I think, 4 or 5 or variations of. It's great. You can sit in the center. There's great cocktail service, and it has a really cool theme.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's underrated, and it's quite the complex.
Yeah. Now, what about the Palms?
Yeah, the Palms reopening, right? Actually, in April of this year, and we're excited to check that out as well. Have any changes been made to their pool complex? That could be a contender.
Yes, that could be on next year's list.
Exactly. So stay tuned.
Coming into our top 5 pools here in Las Vegas. Number 5, the Venetian Palazzo, which many say is one of the best hotels and casinos on the strip.
Oh, just so beautiful. I mean, the Venetian Palazzo, the attention to detail is just incredible. When you head out to that pool area, just like you are when you're inside, you're like in another world.
Absolutely.
Right, it kind of brings you into Venice a little bit, a little bit of Venice,
that was
right?
gorgeous.
Absolutely beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful. The vibe, the food, the service was pretty top notch when we were there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just a place you should definitely check out if you're visiting Las Vegas.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Best pools in Las Vegas 2022. Got to head on down south side of the strip into one of the biggest resorts in all of Las Vegas, the MGM Grand.
Oh my goodness. Let me tell you. Okay, one, it's not only a journey to get to from your room to the pool, but once you get there, there is so much going on, from the river run to just these kind of cabana styles. It's just a really great vibe at the MGM.
It's just massive, but I'll never forget the river run. Remember that?
That was so much fun. Oh
that
my
was
gosh,
great.
It was great. It was like a race, racing with these folks and just
it was
splashing.
awesome.
It was great.
It's great, and one drawback about the MGM, it is huge. So, like Tanya said, it's a long walk.
It's a massive complex, but it's enjoyable. Now, I will say this, and I know this because we stayed there. If you're staying over at the MGM Signature, you can actually use the pool at MGM Grand.
Yes.
Which is it's a great thing to have if you're staying at something a little bit more private and off. You can enjoy that massive, beautiful pool called MGM. Now, before we get into like the top 3, I know they're probably all wondering, well, where are you guys at right now? And we should probably tell them.
Okay, I will tell you.
We should tell them. So Dave and I are actually RVers here in Las Vegas as well. And so we are here at one of the hottest places to park your RV and enjoy a pool, which really feels like an oasis.
Exactly. The Oasis RV Park here in Vegas. A great pool area.
Yeah, and we have a lot of you guys that are RVers here in Las Vegas as well. So if you want to check out what this place is all about, I'll just put a link right here in the description box below so you can check out our stay here at the Oasis. All right, back to the pools. Coming in at number 3.
All right, top 3.
Caesar's Palace, Garden of the Gods and the Oasis. Okay, Garden of the Gods at the Oasis.
Yeah, and it is an incredible complex. It has a bit of everything. There's so many different pools. You have the party vibe. You can get a little more privacy as well. And great location, center strip, of course, at Caesar's Palace.
Yeah, and we actually put a really fun video at Caesar's Palace. Actually, probably one of the nicest rooms we've ever stayed in here in Las Vegas. So if you haven't seen that, I know it's a little shameless self-promotion, but hey, these are great things you should certainly check out when visiting Las Vegas. Uh-oh.
And we're down to the final 2. Number 2, and this one, we love this one, the Wynn Encore.
Oh,
just incredible.
Yes. Yeah, and for a while, as we were here during the pandemic months, that was like our home. Encore's like our home for months.
Oh no, exactly. June 2020, Vegas had just reopened, and we were we were right here, right at Wynn Encore, an absolutely beautiful pool and great service. Everything about it's pure elegance, top notch, top class.
Oh yeah, I love the fact that the bar is sort of in the center at the Encore.
Yeah.
You know, this great vibe. But when you're at the Wynn, you can kind of swim under the bridge, and you're right, complete elegance from head to toe. So much fun, and the service is very, very good.
Second to none. Second to none.
At number 1, drum roll, please. Okay, hold on. Give me a rocking drum roll beat, please. Oh yeah, that's it. Dang, that's hot. Ooh, that's hot. That was excellent. All right, coming in at number 1, Mandalay Bay. Take it away.
Oh yeah, and Mandalay Bay, I mean, just an incredible complex. I mean, the wave pool right there is just so unique. You go in there, you feel like you're just kind of getting some small waves of the ocean.
Yeah.
It's
and you're
so
on
much
the
fun.
beach.
Yeah, you're
walking on the sand.
Real sand on the beach, and plus they have the great lazy river as well. So you got the wave pool, you got the lazy river, you got some other nice pools as well.
Oh yeah.
Just an overall great complex. And maybe you should also maybe point out a little bit about the Four Seasons opportunity there as well.
Yes, so if you are staying at the Four Seasons, and let's say you're coming there with family, because Mandalay Bay is a great spot for family as well, because of the river, lazy river, as well as the wave pool.
Again, a lot of kids will be there.
A lot of kids will be there. So you can actually go from Four Seasons right over to the Mandalay Bay pool. So it's another great option for those that are staying at
if you want to splurge. Obviously, it's not cheap, but it's beautiful.
Yeah,
it's just an option.
And Mandalay Bay, you're absolutely right, which is why it's at number 1. It just has so much to offer everyone, from family to friends to hummingbirds and pigeons. No.
I just want to hit that wave pool right now.
I know. So Dave and I have been to quite a few steakhouses here in Las Vegas, right, babe?
Oh, absolutely.
And so let's not waste any time. Let's get into our top 10 best steakhouses here in Las Vegas
for 2022. First up, at number 10, the Steakhouse at Circus Circus.
Ah, yes. The Steakhouse at Circus Circus. A dining tradition for over 30 years, this steakhouse has been serving amazing cuts of Midwestern beef for as long as it's been open. And some of the staff that have worked there have been there just the same. Now, their menu isn't extensive, but the cuts that they provide, lobsters, meats, are wonderful. And you can even get a preview of them grilling those steaks right on the open flame. A classic steakhouse here in Las Vegas with a great energy and a fun vibe. Now, they're only open for dinner Monday through Friday and Sunday from 4 to 9 p.m. and Saturdays from 4 to 10 p.m. So get those reservations in and enjoy yourself an awesome steak and lobster dinner at the Circus Circus Steakhouse.
Next up, we're gonna head on down to the center strip to Prime at Bellagio.
All right, ladies and gents, get that gorgeous attire out and get ready for a good time. And don't forget to bring your wallet, because this spot here is definitely not cheap. Prime is located on the lower level of the Bellagio, and this steakhouse is known for their steaks, sauces, wines, and most definitely the location. You get the perfect view of the Bellagio fountain show like you've never seen it before. Now, I must tell you, the prices will vary anywhere from $16 all the way up to a $725 for that 12-ounce A5 Japanese Wagyu New York strip. Woo-wee! but I can say this, it's a great spot for that special occasion. So go ahead, put on an attire, grab that camera, have a great time, and enjoy the show. Not to mention those delicious ass steaks.
Now it's time to head off strip to a local favorite at number 8, Herbs and Rye.
Herbs and Rye is definitely a hidden gem steakhouse here in Las Vegas, located on Sahara Avenue. This place is known for pretty good steaks and really good cocktails, having some of the best bartenders here in Las Vegas. It has a sort of a speakeasy vibe from its location, its decor, and atmosphere. Now, as of this video, they have a happy hour special with any item on the menu from steaks to pasta that have a red dot next to it is half off. Now get this, currently happy hour is from open to close, 5 p.m. to 3 a.m. Monday through Saturday. So go over there and get your eat on.
Now we're heading back to Center Strip, number 7, Gordon Ramsay Steak at the Paris Hotel and Casino.
Gordon Ramsay Steak recently renovated. You can't miss this restaurant. It feels like you're walking through the London Underground, aka the Tube, and into a high-energy 2-story dining experience. To this day, it's one of the best A5 Japanese Wagyu steaks we have had here in Las Vegas, and that says a lot. They also serve items from his famous beef Wellington, a tasting menu option, and even their own spin on his famous sticky toffee pudding for dessert. Now, dining at this restaurant will cost you a pretty penny, but the food, staff, and experience are worth it.
Next up, we're headed to a true classic Las Vegas steakhouse, number 6, the Golden Steer.
Welcome to the oldest steakhouse here in Las Vegas, serving Las Vegas since 1958. A place with a ton of history and some delicious steaks. Now this place was frequently visited back in the day by Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, and Sammy Davis. And they have booths set up where you can sit at one of their tables named after the celebrity guests. We sat at Joe DiMaggio's table. Home run! They have some great steaks and some of the best tableside Caesar salad we've ever had. And if you're a lobster fan, you should definitely try the Jumbo Western Australian lobster tail. It was really good, and I've never had anything like it before. Golden Steer is located on Sahara Avenue, and this classic steakhouse should definitely be on your must-try list.
And before we get to the final 5, we have a honorable mention, Bizarre Meat by Jose Andre at the Sahara.
Not your typical steakhouse. Think of it as art on your plate. Serving a creative spin on just about everything on your menu, this place will have your taste buds overwhelmed yet satisfied. I would certainly say plan to spend some dinero in this place, but it's a dining experience you will never forget.
Now it's time for our 5 best steakhouses in Las Vegas for 2022. And kicking off at number 5, Carver Steak at Resorts World.
A new steakhouse here in Las Vegas, Carver Steak has something for everyone, from dry-aged American steaks, Japanese certified Wagyu, and a fun selection for vegans. Not to mention, we had a lobster served in a unique fashion called lobster and croûte. The staff is very knowledgeable, and overall, a luxury dining experience with a reimagined spin on the classic steakhouse.
Next up, a local favorite at number 4, Cleaver Steakhouse.
Cleaver Las Vegas is definitely a hidden gem and local favorite, and it's a sister to the steakhouse Herbs and Rye. Now the meat cuts and selections are a bit higher quality here, but that's also reflected in the price. Now it has an inviting ambiance, and scattered around you'll see life-size paintings of famous celebrities like Chris Farley, Bill Murray, and others. Now some of the favorites on the menu are the squid ink pasta, the braised short rib, the seared sea bass, just to name a few. Now what feels like a hole in the wall when you enter turns into a place where you can definitely get lost in. Certainly worth a visit. Ooh, coming down to the final 3.
Ooh, that's right. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready. You ready?
Should we kick
Drum
it
roll,
off?
please. Drum roll, please.
What, you want a little something more?
You know it.
You want a drum beat?
Oh.
Here we go.
Oh. Hey,
Go.
That's like the ritual. That's what we do. Play that beat, boom, play that beat, boom, play that beat, boom, boom. Next up, number 3. Nurserat Kok Choi's new restaurant, Nurserat Steakhouse, located at the Park at New York, New York.
It was amazing, and it was a surprise.
I know.
I did not expect it to actually be in the top 5, maybe the top 10.
I know.
But it was so good, and now the experience is definitely a show.
Yes.
Right? So
Key
you feel
word.
Like, you feel like you're going into a club, so don't expect kind of the traditional steakhouse kind of conservative environment. It's rocking in there.
It's like a theater. There's a
Yeah.
DJ. It's got an amazing bar, and there's so much theatrics going on from every dish being served, as you will see, from the tartare to the steak presentation. all the way through to dessert. It's just something that's to be mentioned. Now they apparently, I've yet to see this anywhere else, they have the most expensive steak I have ever seen here in Las Vegas.
Oh yeah, $2,700 expensive.
$2,700.
Gold plated.
24 karat gold plated.
But even, forget the gold part. You don't need that. The steaks, like their rib cap was unbelievably good.
Absolutely to die for. And I guess that's an attest to Nusret, who actually grew up working in a butcher shop since he was a kid. So he kind of knows the right cuts of meat and how to really bring out those flavors. And man, he did a great job.
Yeah, definitely well worth trying out. So next up, we're heading downtown.
Oh, downtown. I'm ready.
That's right. Number 2, Oscar's Steakhouse at the Plaza.
Now, Oscar's Steakhouse is definitely one of our favorites downtown as well. You know, it was named after the former mayor and mob lawyer, Oscar Goodman. But it's a real classic sort of vibe in there for sure, in terms of the food, the style, the energy. The staff is phenomenal, and the steak is delicious.
Yeah, the staff is amazing, and we love the rib cap there.
Oh yeah.
Excellent.
Absolutely. Our favorite spot would be sitting out there looking at the lights of Fremont Street Experience, where you can really soak it in. They have glass ceilings around. It's just an incredible place to really kind of capture that downtown Las Vegas steakhouse vibe.
Yeah, feels like classic Vegas, right? Great location, well worth the visit.
Well worth it.
Coming in at number 1,
or something like that. Coming in at number 1, Barry's Downtown Prime at Circa Las Vegas.
We love Barry's Downtown Prime. Just overall, an amazing experience, a great steakhouse in downtown Las Vegas. It feels classic, but it's new.
Absolutely,
right?
yes. You know, Chef Barry Daycake really kind of captured in the team, bringing in that sort of modern meets old school. And you can feel at the moment you walk in, from the classic designs to the modern designs, the food is to die for. And one of our favorite places to sit in Barry's is actually the Tufted Highbacks, which is just a great place to kind of enjoy people watching on top of enjoying some of that food. And you can get those drinks served with a bar cart. Those old fashions can come to you via bar cart.
Right.
Lots of great things.
Exactly. And of course, we love the rib cap there. It is excellent. Definitely worth giving it a try.
Yes, and the desserts are to die for, from having a tabletop s'mores to baked Alaskan. So there's so many great things that you can try there at Barry's Downtown Prime. We really enjoy it. And the main thing is it's consistent.
Absolutely. So give it a try.
Hey, what's up, you guys? For those of you that are new here, we're Tanya and Dave from Turn It Up World, and today we're going to be talking about the top best cheap buffets that we like here in Las Vegas. Wow, so we've been to quite a few buffets, from like the high ends to the low ends and to all the ones in between. And this is awesome. To come out here and talk about some of our favorite cheaper buffets is awesome.
Yeah, and actually a lot have been closed, right? During the pandemic, they all closed, of course, and then many did not reopen.
Right.
But we did want to talk through some of our favorites that have now reopened here in Las Vegas, because there are some good ones and some good value buffets.
Oh yeah.
I think first up we should talk about the buffet at the Excalibur,
Yes.
which isn't our favorite cheap buffet, but it is a good value one. It's definitely worth to have on your list to check out. Now, it's only brunch,
Yeah.
right? So it's 8 to 3, 7 days a week, and it's like $27 a person.
Yeah. Now, because it's only brunch, it certainly can get busy. So try to get there early for sure if you can. Now, there's a lot of things. We actually did a video on this one, so you should definitely check it out if you haven't done so. We're going to highlight some of the interesting ones that we did like, starting with that omelet station. Woo-wee!
Yeah, no, that was cool. But I also remember the drinks you had. That Bloody Mary, that was like the Bloody Mary from hell.
You had the pineapple
mine-
mimosa. Very like simple
Very
pineapple
simple tonight.
mimosa.
Very
And
simple
I
night.
had the Bloody Mary from hell! It was like spicy. It had bacon in it. It was, I couldn't even tell you all the things that went into that Bloody Mary, but it was delicious. Now, one of the highlights for us whenever we go to these sort of cheaper buffets is to check out the meat station, because it's all about the meats. And I, in particular, dived right into that brisket. And this is what it looked like. Now, I can honestly say the brisket wasn't bad. For us, it's really tough to find good brisket, especially at a buffet. It did have the flavors of it, but it was a little bit dry-ish.
Right. Not terrible though
Yeah.
for a cheap buffet.
Right.
So yeah, I'd give it kind of a B.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't terrible.
It had a nice smoky flavor.
It had a nice, yeah,
That was
exactly.
the key, a little smoky.
Go for the fatty pieces for sure. Try to get as much fat as you can, and that's where that nice smokiness is. And actually, one surprising find was that Pozzoli.
Ooh.
Yeah, I did not expect to find some good Pozzoli at the Excalibur Buffet, but that was good. Nice spice to it. Boy, that tasted. I enjoyed that.
Oh my goodness, yeah. And then of course we wrapped up with the desserts, a little bit of that kimchi, which was nice. I like kimchi. It's kind of my thing right now.
Right.
And I will definitely say the bread pudding, the flan.
Flan.
It was definitely a highlight for the Excalibur Buffet. But certainly something you should check out if you're looking for a good value buffet. Excalibur, they've also renovated. Check it out. So why don't we head downtown to a very popular buffet? Okay, it's called the Garden Court Buffet at Main Street Station. Now, it's very popular. We actually had a great time there for sure. Now, they're open daily for brunch from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. They do have dinner from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. Now, brunch is a little bit less, of course, price-wise. It's $21 for that one, and the dinner's $29. But nonetheless, some decent options.
Oh yeah, no, great value. I remember kicking off there. We went in, we were super excited, we were super hungry. Went right to that meat station.
Woo! We started off with thinking maybe the appetizers, right? But we said, nah.
Yeah, and then dove right in. We just like went to that carving station and boom, big plates of meat.
Now, one of the highlights at the Main Street Station Garden Court Buffet was the meat station. That carving station was yum, yum, give me some.
Yeah, no, it was good. I thought the roast turkey was particularly good. That was excellent. Really
the
enjoyed
gravy.
that. Oh yeah, and the mash and
Ooh,
all
the
that.
mashed gravy.
Good stuff.
It was very good. The chicken was great. I also felt
Yeah.
like the way they delivered, the staff behind there,
Oh, yeah.
just everything felt right. Now, obviously, we got there early, so everything was first and freshly put out, which is always nice, so get there early.
Yeah, exactly. Now, one thing about Main Street too, it has a Hawaiian flair to it as well. There's a lot of Hawaiian influence in that, and they have some great Hawaiian dishes as well.
Which makes sense because you know
Right.
that the owner, lived in Hawaii for quite some
I
time,
think
so
that's right,
has that
yeah.
influence of the Hawaiian vibe. And you notice that with some of the staff, they had those beautiful little flowers in their ears, taking you to the table.
Now, some of the highlights on the Hawaiian side were some of the best items in the whole buffet.
I know where you're going with
right?
this one.
I remember
the Hawaiian section.
Right? Yeah, that of course that Kalua pork and cabbage was awesome. That
delicious.
slow roasted pork, boy, that was so good. And that
What about
Hawaiian
that
beef stew.
Beef stew and that shoyu chicken.
Shoyu chicken.
I'm gonna show you some chicken right now. It was
Right.
absolutely delicious and definitely a highlight for sure. But you can see why they infused that Hawaiian thing in
yeah.
there, and they're very popular.
They must have a Hawaiian chef back there cooking that up because it's good.
It was like spot on.
Yeah.
Now for a buffet of its size, it had 10 stations, which was really nice to see a good variety there. I really have to say I enjoyed the antiques, the way it was laid out, the design of it. A lot of those antiques came from like the San Fran Opera House, and it was very unique and interesting.
Yeah, no, the ambiance is so cool in there. I remember looking up at the ceiling, the chandeliers up there were really cool.
Oh, it's got amazing architectural detail. So while you're eating that shoyu chicken, you're kind of observing all that antique.
Right. Now, I remember you had a favorite dessert
Yes.
at Main Street.
Oh, it was the bread pudding. That was absolutely delicious for bread pudding. It was warm, it was flaky, it had all the right textures. It just hit everything bread pudding is supposed to represent, and I didn't expect that at that buffet.
Now we're gonna head down to the Garden Buffet at South Point, and that's a popular one. It's like breakfast, lunch, dinner, and brunch, like 7 days a week. Well, dinner and brunch are basically weekends only, right?
Yeah, there's quite a lot going on there at the South Point Garden Buffet, and I will say this, with a lot going on comes with a lot of different prices, so we're just gonna throw up the prices right here for you so you can get a look at all that variety, whichever one fits your fancy.
And we, of course, went on Friday night, which is seafood night, the most expensive night, but it's also the night with the crab legs, and oh my goodness.
favorite.
Yeah, your favorite, absolutely. But it brings the lines, man. It's like crazy on Friday nights. I remember we waited for like an hour and a half in that line.
Yeah, I can honestly say I was over it. For a while, I'm like, okay, we're about to leave this
Right.
line. I am not
Yes.
gonna wait anymore, but it was all worth it once we got in because to have that many crab legs for that price and comparable to some of the higher end buffets was worth the wait. And plus, I really enjoyed this station, right? The seafood, the taco station was like the bomb. She's like throwing up the tacos and not that crazy, but she was making those tacos, putting the different spices on
Nice.
there. And that was definitely a highlight. Those shrimp tacos were thebomb.com.
Yeah, absolutely. The Mongolian grill was cool too. They had a fellow there just kind of working it. You had to give him what ingredients you wanted. He'd take it, he'd cook it behind there, chop it up, cook it up. It was great.
Yeah, there's a lot of variety, good options. You know, obviously there's gonna be some hit or misses. There were definitely some there. Now we did a video at this place as well, so definitely check out that video because there's a lot of variety and a lot of good options on there and some not so good ones that you probably wanna check out.
Yeah, I do remember you did a bread pudding battle between South Point and Main Street.
And what was the results?
What were the results, Babe?
Watch that video to find out. Now, one thing I have to always say is this. If a dessert station meets those expectations of deliciousness, then it's a buffet worth trying out. And this place definitely had a great dessert station. I mean, I really enjoyed those pops. They're like cake pops.
Yeah, like cheesecake pops, all chocolate on.
Just bite it off
Really
like yummy, yummy.
Bite it.
And that bread pudding definitely was a hit for sure. Now, it was a little drier than the Main Street Station buffet, but it was definitely one of those tasty bread puddings. And I'm a big fan of them. All right, and last but certainly not least, this one has been, and we've constantly talked about this spot, as one of our favorite cheap buffets here in Las Vegas. And for a while, it was closed down. I know, it's the build-up, but let's get a drum roll, please. Come on now, you know how I like those drum rolls. Stop.
Oh, here we go.
You know how I like the drum roll, but right? Give me a rockin' beat.
Oh, you want a beat?
Let's go. Oh, hey, Give me a A, Y, C, and E. It's the Ace Buffet. Returning, you see. Hey! So the Ace Buffet here is back in Las Vegas over at the Palms. Now, we went there a little while ago, well, before the pandemic shut down, and they just renovated that spot. So we're excited to see this place come back.
Yeah, no, the Ace Buffet is definitely, we consider it the best cheap buffet in all Las Vegas. We're super excited to have it back here. And you should definitely check out our video review of that. We went into detail on the items, and boy, everything was top notch, so good. Just cannot wait to jump in there again.
Yeah, it was fantastic. We got to meet the chef. He kind of talked about some of the dishes, some of their ideas and what they were implementing. And like Dave said, there were a couple of really great highlights that we enjoyed at this spot. Since we both have this chicken together, should we just take a quick bite of this chicken?
Sounds good to me.
Let's do it.
That's good.
That is. The skin is nice and crispy.
Yeah, that's good.
Exactly. It slapped your mama good.
I would have to say that one of my favorite dishes is going to be the walnut shrimp.
Oh yeah, we love that.
It's simple, but yeah, it has like a nice tang to it. It's delicious. It's very popular. As you come at night, we have like our smoked brisket. We do smoked briskets. Smoked
Is that really
ribs.
good? We're from Texas, so we love the smoked brisket.
We start our smokers every morning, and we put our brisket in the morning, so by time dinner time, it's ready to go.
Okay.
So we are hoping that under the new ownership that it does return with that same flair. We do probably realize it's not going to be as cheap as it was due to inflation and a lot of other things going on right now and under new ownership, but we are looking forward to checking it out.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So stay tuned for that. We'll bring you all the details around that.
Whew, I have to say, after talking about all of those buffets, I feel so stuffed right now.
Exactly. Always get stuffed at buffets, but hope you enjoyed our list of the best cheap buffets here in Las Vegas in 2022. And if there's some that you think we've missed, please let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, what are your favorite buffets? We'd love to hear that for sure. And take a second, if you haven't done so, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you get up every time you post something new and exciting. As always, thanks for joining us, World Fam. And we look forward to seeing y'all in Las Vegas! And maybe at one of these tasty cheap buffets.